akiweza kutufungulia kirasmi mazungumzo ya siku ya leo na violence na numbers ambazo zinaongezeka sana za HIV and AIDS.
Takwimu Takwimu zinaonyesha kuwa kumekuwa na ongezeko kwa njia kubwa zaidi, ambapo watoto wanapata kushika mimba na inapata kuogofya kidogo.
Kwa hivyo our dialogue is about ending the triple threat in the western region. So sisi wote naomba tutakuwa makini. Wacha nisonge, na muona mamangu amerembeka hapa. Aize tusikie sauti. Karibu.
It's like I saw you coming to me.
Yes.
Good evening, everyone.
Good evening.
Wamama hoe.
Hoe.
Oje mimi nimezoea mama twende ile yangu ya huko. My name is Irene Waluke, bibi ya chairman ya caucus ya Bungoma County.
Makofi.
Kutoka Sirisia constituency.
Karibu sana.
Thank you so much. Such a beautiful lady from Sirisia constituency. Thank you mama.
Kwa mama bado hapa. Oh, beautiful ladies. Leo sio mama. Leo ni beautiful ladies.
Wamama hai. Wamama hai. Jina yangu naitwa Rosemary Nekoye from Webuye, na mimi mwenyewe ninasimamia watoto ambao wako na HIV. Ninatoka Webuye Hospital na leo nimekuja kusoma jinsi wa mama tunatakana tufanye na kulinda hao watoto wenye wako na HIV. Tunapima viral loads zao, tunajua kama siko juu ama siko chini, tunajua vile tunawadvise. Ni hayo tu, namparikiwe.
Wow, asante sana. Hello.
Hello. Hello, hello.
Hello mama.
Hello.
Asante sana. Kwa hivyo dadangu Seli, wakati waziri Kwa hivyo tunaendelea vizuri.
Tunaendelea vizuri sana.
Naona unajua Pastor Jane Ross.
I know her very well.
Juzi ameadhinishwa kuwa bishop.
Ametoa wazo. It is okay.
Yes. Sasa atakuwa anatutumbuiza wakati waziri na wageni wengine watakuwa wanaingia. Atakuwa anatupa wimbo, kisha pia sisi tutaweza kusimama tujumuike pamoja na waziri na wageni ambao atakuwa anaingia nao. Kwa haraka tu,
hakikisha kuwa unapata kuangalau ukitoka hapa, make sure you at least have 3-4 contacts. We are also here to network. Tukitoka hapa soldiers.
Our beautiful waziri is here. Wapi tafadhali tusimame. Tusimame tafadhali. Paya, Pastor Jane Ross tafadhali. Pastor Jane Ross, chukua microphone. Haya wamama hai. Wamama wo.
Tisha itwende kasi. Si chiriba silikupwa.
Umefika wakati sasa tuliokuwa tukingojea wageni waheshimiwa walikuwa wamefika ndani ya nyumba wakiongozwa na mama, our honorable dear mother, sister to many, you know. Mheshimiwa
unatingika tu kidogo yani.
Hapo sasa.
Sichiriba silikupwa barobore balichanaye. Sichiriba silikupwa balinda malaka balichanaye.
Mchungaji Jane Ross.
Wamama wache nione raha ya wamama sasa.
Raha sasa.
Yani unatingika tu pole pole.
Chesoni. Afrika.
Wapi makofi ya wamama sasa? Fanyako hivi.
Haya, tafadhali tunapocheza tupatie wageni wetu nafasi waweze kutulia kidogo. Wote tutawaambia, tutasema hai kwa wageni wetu. Tafadhali tusonge kidogo, photographers waweze kupata nafasi ya kuchukua picha. Tafadhali, iwapo umeketi kwa kiti na unajua hicho kiti hakikuwekwa kwa ajili yako, naomba usiweze tu kusimama, usiamushwe tafadhali. Asha, naomba muweze kuleta viti tafadhali hapa mbele. Asha, tafadhali naomba mlete viti hapa mbele tafadhali.
Kimilimo kyokyo wakola bayaya bangenyweka mwirwache ni papa bangenyweka mwirwache inyinga ichanga olirebwa kimilimo kyokyo wakola Haya, wamama mnafanyako hivi? Yaani unatingika tu kidogo hivi?
Tafadhali kuna viti zingine.
Hakuna rifari hapa.
Mkono wangu wa kulia. Tafadhali kuna viti zingine mkono wangu wa kulia hapo nje ya tent kidogo. Na mjue tuko na screens ziko on, kwa hivyo don't worry, utaonekana vile umerembeka. Don't worry, utaonekana. Tuweze kupatia wageni waheshimiwa viti waweze kuketi tafadhali.
Sindumbamo eyaya wange we oliyalwa ruramu bulo sindumbamo ruramu buwe sindumbamo ruramu masego sindumbamo eyaya wange we oliyalwa wamama wabirika
Waziri Waziri ameketi pamoja na mama yetu mpendwa. Mama Beatrice. Oranafwananga bila ya kana katiti. You're looking so beautiful. Mama yangu hapa. Mama
sindumbayo ruramu na mwima sindumbamo ruramu majini sindumbamo omwami Yesu niyewe bunyali.
Mama yangu hapa, the one and only mama wa county Catherine Wambilianga, Bungoma County mama. Mukura. Hey, the only DJ in the house. Oh, Pastor Jen Fambatiani, thank you so much for coming. Hey, the beautiful queen, our beloved CS Nakhumicha. Aki tunakupenda. Thank you so much for this. My Beatrice Adagala. Mama. Higa County. Mama Nguvu. Thank you so much for coming.
Basale huambaneko. Basale huambaneko. Basale huambaneko. Yani tukishikana mambo inakuwa sawa.
Hey, amba wangu. Amba wangu kuamba nefesi kulicha mwikolu. Amba wangu. 1 minute. Wamba wangu 1 2 wamama sikia roho ndani mwa Yesu. Haya, asante sana Pastor Generous. Thank you so much. Tafadhali tunaomba tu kwa heshima tuweze kuketi chini, tupatie wageni wetu wa heshima nafasi watulie. Sisi zote tuketi chini. Ladies, let me tell you, today is all about networking. You are going to shake our beloved CS's hand mpaka tumwambie tutakupea ingine. Waziri, endelea kusalimia. Tumpatie nafasi aweze kuketi. Unaenda kumsalimia our beloved Deputy Governor, Pastor Jennifer Mbatiani mpaka uchoke. Unaenda kumsalimia mama wetu wa county Catherine Wambilianga. Nafasi inaenda kufika. Na tuko na mama wetu kutoka Vihiga. Mama Beatrice Adagala. Yes.
Tukiendelea kusoma mbele baada ya Vihiga County. Wacha tuone kama. Naona pia Kakamega County na wakilisho.
Yes. Where is the beautiful lady? Mheshimiwa. I didn't see you my wanje. Nataka tu kidogo tunapotulia. DJ, utupatie wimbo wa Hari Richi. Omwana Suehe. Hiyo utadance mahali ulipo tuki. Naomba pia kuarifu kuwa tuko na mahali pa kujisaidia pale nyuma ya ile stadium. Tafadhali, nyuma pale ukienda straight, turn on your right, utapata mahali pa kujisaidia. Ushers, naomba muweke maji ya kutosha kwenye meza. Maana hapa the beautiful queens are taking it away bila kufungwa. Tunapojitayarisha kumkaribisha mama wetu wa nguvu, mama wa county ya Bungoma, the one and only beautiful queen in the house, Mheshimiwa Catherine Wambilianga, aweze kutufungulia mazungumzo ya siku ya leo, ambayo tunajua sisi wote tunaongea kuhusu ending the triple threat as women in the society. What can we do to change the rising numbers in teen pregnancies and gender-based violence and the high rise of HIV infections and cancer in our community? Tafadhali mpunguze kutembea. Naomba mpunguze kutembea. Kila mtu apate kiti. Tuko na viti mkono wangu wa kulia. Let me tell you ladies, you are all beautiful. Hata ukae kule nyuma. Let me tell you, cameraman atakufikia. So please, usiseme mimi lazima nikae mbele. Unajua watu wanakaanga mbele hata mbinguni hawafikangi. So don't die wanting to sit in front. Please find a comfortable space to sit and let us listen to this conversation today.
Naomba tafadhali tuweze kupunguza kule kutembea kote kote. Maana ndio tumeanza kirasmi wanawake tafadhali. Na pia kule kuzungumza, I'm sure tungekuweka hapa mbele na unapata kuzungumzia watu, ama kuhutubia watu. Haungalipenda wengine wao wanazungumza. So kindly mikutano midogo sasa iweze kuisha kwa heshima ya aliyetualika hapa jioni leo. Kina mama, nitaanza kuita call out noisemakers because now we are here kama sisters.
Yes.
So that table, I see you.
Yes,
Noisemakers, I will punish you.
And you know,
this one right here, I know you have stories.
Yes.
A lot of stories. Yes, but let us calm down. Yes, bana mnyole. Kipo itatembea. So relax sasa tuweze kuendelea. Asante sana.
Na wajua hatujakula. Kwa hivyo noisemakers wanaweza kosa kula.
Yes.
Tutawaweka kule kando.
Yes.
Sisi tule kwa.
Okay, the last table.
The last table.
Yaani mbena nyi bumper to bumper.
Kwa hivyo mwana Suehe halafu tutakuwa tunamleta mama wa county hii ya Bungoma, Mheshimiwa Catherine Wambilianga. But ladies, before that, you are all we acknowledge your presence. Hata kama hatujakutaja jina, please know that you are special, and let me tell you, we appreciate your sacrifice to be here tonight, to just champion towards the commitment of ending the triple threat in our community. Wapi makofi yako wewe?
Makofi kwao. Chasoli wakifanya hivyo, it is very important. Tupo katika the digital era, and it will be very wrong kuwa umetoka hapa jioni ya leo, you stepped out looking all beautiful kama mama, na haujapiga hiyo picha na pia kueneza injili, kujua kuwa we are here to fight the triple threat. So chukua simu yako, a selfie itandikwe saa hii. Toeni simu, by the way, I'm serious. Toeni simu, watu watoe simu. Press wa mama hapa wakuja wachangamkie pia wapige hiyo picha. Iende kwa mtandao sai. Kindly use the hashtag and triple threats. Tafadhali tupige hizo picha haraka haraka. Wanawake looking beautiful. Unaona mheshimiwa washapiga yake. Tandika hiyo selfie. Let us use that hashtag and triple threat, because we're also live, by the way, on Facebook and YouTube. Take those selfies. Can I appear in yours and photo bomb? Yes. Yes, there we go. Take it. Press right here.
Mingi.
Look beautiful. Hapo sasa hashtag and triple threats.
Unajua kuna watu wako na gadgets na kuna pia wengine wako na simu.
Nauza sura pia tunaweza piga na wewe in case unataka tuuze sura pamoja. Yes? Customers and triple threats, tafadhali is our hashtag leo. Na unaweza ongezea pale Women Leaders Summit. Chasoli to you. Aswito umepotea tena? Surely Aswito. Oh, ni selfie moments. Okay, so take those pictures. Make sure to use the hashtag and triple threat. Tupo hapa kuhakikisha kuwa HIV, prevalence inapata kupunguka pale, teenage pregnancies inapunguka. Maana takwimu zinaogopesha.
Yes.
Ikiwa ni kama kaunti ya Bungoma ipo pale.
Tunaongoza.
Mambo ya ajabu sana.
Watoto, unapata mtoto wa miaka 12 yuko na mtoto. Kwa hivyo kunakuwa na changamoto pale nyumbani. Mama hajui alee mtoto ama alee mjukuu.
Yes.
Na haya mambo yanaletwa tu na sisi wenyewe.
Oh, yes.
Maana tunaogopa kuyaongelea. Nikisema huyu mtoto mzee atanifukuza. Na ndio leo tunataka. Maana sisi wamama ni kioo cha jamii. Tutafanya namna gani tuweze kuwa na kupata suluhisho kwa hili janga la mimba za mapema kwa watoto wetu wasichana.
Asante DJ, I think we are ready. We are ready, finally.
Tuweze kusimama, lakini tunadanzia mali ulipo tu. Mali umeketi. Yes. Simama lakini hapo tu.
Nitawaomba nyie. Malaki mlikuja baadaye. Waheshimiwa wetu, mje tafadhali. Mheshimiwa akiongozwa hapa, mama, Mheshimiwa Honorable CS, a small slide dance for us. Alafu turudi. Mheshimiwa Mary Emase, all the way from Busia County. Asante sana. Yani hamtaki tuweze
Waziri, unaweza kujiinua kidogo? Tafadhali na kuomba tu waziri. We haven't seen you. Tuwapatie nafasi waziri. Wapo mnaweza kuja hapa mbele tu kwa ajili ya picha.
And all MCS, Vihiga County, Busia County, Kakamega County, Trans Nzoia. Daktari Masha, naomba mnifuate jamani. Kina mama, naomba sana. Mheshimiwa Inyangala, my women rep. Mheshimiwa Mary Emase, naomba sana. Kidogo tu, hapa tu kidogo. Kwa heshima yenu. Mheshimiwa Mbilianga, kwa heshima yenu jamani. I am passing this on.
Omwana mabele, omwana indumbu.
Just a little bit.
Yanda hubara hukata, hubara hukata. Ulisa hubesimu, unange huwebindu. Tafadhali waheshimiwa peke yake kwa sababu nafasi ni kidogo. Waheshimiwa peke yake kwa sababu nafasi ni kidogo, tafadhali. Waziri. Waziri ameua luku.
Asante sana BDJ. Yes.
Ama kumbelezio mwea uyo. Ora mua izongota.
Haya, toa dance.
Nifuate tafadhali. Twende juu.
Toa dance. Dance ya Vihiga iko wapi? Haya.
Mheshimiwa. Mheshimiwa.
Twende kwa dance tafadhali.
Twende. Let me hold your hand.
Numisa. Unange kuwe bindu.
Tupapa kwa ajili yake. Haya. Abahana sahe. Ndio sasa.
Haya. Hatutatosha wote lakini sawa. Haya, tosha basi. Haya.
Twende hivi kidogo. Haya. Chini kidogo tu. Hapo ona hiyo. Makofi jamani, makofi. Asante. Just a test of the evening. Thank you so much. It is a test. Asante. It is a test, Mheshimiwa. It's a test. Yes. Mheshimiwa anaweza baki. Mheshimiwa Catherine Wambilianga ili uweze kufanya introduction. Okay, let's start first with the national anthem officially. Then I will come for you. Yes. So you can have your seat, then I'll come for you after the national anthem. So I'll have everybody up standing so we can officially, with the Kenyan laws, start off with the national anthem. Do you have the East African national anthem?
DJ tafadhali.
Kindly be all up standing for the national anthem. Na mmekaribishwa nyote. And then we can start all over again. Just solely with the introduction. Aye. DJ amesena ulwaya hapo. Amesena ulwaya.
Nilikuwa muimbi shule. Wacha nijaribu hata kama nilitoka.
Utakumbuka maneno mtauma hapo mbele.
Kuna wanafunzi. You know, our national anthem is actually the best and beautiful.
Yes, it was voted just recently as the most beautiful national anthem. DJ, uko tayari ama tuende plain?
Micro.
Tuende manual?
Yeah.
Wamama wamesema tuende manual.
Haya.
Sawa.
Mungu nguvu yetu, ilete baraka kwetu. Haki iwe ngao na mlinzi, na tukae na undugu, amani na uhuru, raha tupate na ustawi. Thank you.
Asante. East Africa najua tukianza saa hii watu watapata D hapa ndani. Wacha tu tusijeibishe. Mnaweza kaa chini, sante. Muende mjifunze na CBC. Nyinyi mnajua twende.
Afrika Mashariki tuwezeshe kuishi kwa amani, tuilinde na malengo yetu. Jumuiya yetu sote tuilinde, tuwajibike, tuimarike. Umoja wetu ni nguzo yetu, idumu jumuiya yetu.
Makofi ya watu hapa. Wow. Kwanza. Hawa wanahitaji soda hawa kupitia tu darasani. These ones were very attentive. My grade students, congratulations. Yes.
Wow. Yes. Kwa hivyo tukianza hivyo tunatulia na tunaingia in serious business. And as women mnajua sisi tukiingia katika serious business ngababu kusu osala bakhwana. Noli omunyore olebulaka onyala khwibula abakhwana. Noli omuragoli. How do you say you give birth to twins in Kirogoli?
Hey, that one has just passed me. Makove daktari. Daktari. Marogoli mbeho.
Marongo.
My women representative, she can help me. Why am I even embarrassed? Can you help me? This one. Can we be able to get help?
Ehe.
Yeah, Tiriki is called Marongo.
Wibule Marongo.
Goli Marongo.
Aha.
Omare Marongo.
Okay.
The Terix ndio sijui. Mrs. Kitonyi can assist me.
Help us, mom. Help us.
Giving to the birth to twins.
Kale kusema nini?
Kuzaa mapacha.
Saramek.
Saramek.
Kiteri.
Yes. Kwa hivyo we are about to Saramek as women
Good one.
of the Western region.
Good one.
Kwa hivyo kwa heshima kuu tafadhali wa mama, tutaweza kutulia. I know we have a lot to share, but we are getting into serious business. Na kwa sababu all of us are here for a purpose, let us just take our moment and be silent as I introduce our beloved woman rep, Bungoma County, Honorable Catherine Wambilianga, to introduce us to today's theme and also welcome us because she's our host of this event. Karibu mama yetu. Wapi makofi ya mama?
Makofi. DJ makofi. I know you're not feeling well. Yes. Napeleka wewe polepole ya Swito wa Bungoma County. Karibu sana a girl baby. Makofi yake jamani. We said you clap for others until it is your turn. Clap for her. Asante sana. Karibu sana Mheshimiwa Catherine Wambilianga.
Thank you very much. Honorable CS in the house, Nakhumicha, Susan. Honorable MPs in the house present, my fellow women reps from Vihiga, Kakamega, and Mary Masse from Busia. Our MCS present in the house, and ladies in the house, good evening.
Good evening.
Good evening to you. I am delighted to stand here this evening, actually to address this congregation. I want to thank the CS for this time. It is not easy. But I want to be brief because we are many and will speak for a long time. Allow me to start by inviting all our elected and nominated MCAs to come to this platform, introduce themselves, then we move on. That is how I've been instructed to begin. Kindly move with speed, MCAs.
Yeah. Anaitwa Ambassador Mika Wanyenje.
MCS tafadhali kwa haraka.
Akishika sana unaweka nduru wewe. Yeah.
Karibu MCS, Honorable MCS.
Jamani uniamshe.
Any MCA in the house, both Trans Nzoia, Kakamega, Kitale, everywhere.
Ikishika sana. Jamani ikishika sana.
Elected nominated MCAs.
Papa ikibamba sana. Kwa kweli ikibamba sana. Kushika sana. Sikikunaisi sana. Mambo imechemuka.
Kwa hivyo nafikiri tusonge tafadhali, na kama hatutoshi wengine waingie wapite nyuma tafadhali. Wengine wanaweza enda nyuma. Wengine waende nyuma tafadhali. Wengine wasonge nyuma wapite nyuma ya mama yetu tafadhali. Asante DJ. Asante DJ. Kumbe viongozi wetu ni wengi na ni wanapendeza. Ninaomba tu ukishasema jina uweze kuondoka kwenye stage, ndio sasa pia mwingine apate nafasi.
Tunajua mnasema mengi sana, ila leo tu mtatusamehe. Muda umekwenda kidogo.
Thank you. Good evening, everyone.
Good evening.
I'm Sundukwa Grace, MCA for Stiho Ward. I'm doing my second term. Thank you, as elected.
Makofi tafadhali.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. We have gentlemen here. Good evening, all of you. My good name is Honorable Metri Nangila Wilson. I'm a nominated MCA, Bungoma County. Thank you, and you are most welcome.
Thank you, Mheshimiwa Metrin.
Good evening, honorable ladies. I'm Honorable Maureen Katila, a nominated MCA for the Kenya, Bungoma County. Thank you.
Thank you, Mheshimiwa Maureen.
Good evening, honorable members. I'm Honorable Ruth Ombayo from Kakamega, nominated MCA on ANC party.
Thank you, Mheshimiwa from Kakamega.
Good evening.
Good evening.
Mko poa? Naitwa Linda Haraha. I'm a nominated MCA from Tongaren on Ford Kenya ticket. Welcome to Bungoma.
Thank you, Mheshimiwa Linda.
Ladies, hi.
Hi.
Hi again. I'm Mheshimiwa Christine Muhongo, my CAUA MCA Kimilili Ward.
Thank you, my CAUA.
Thank you. God is good.
All the time.
All the time.
God is good.
Thank you. My name's Honorable Eunice Yego Kirui. I'm nominated MCA. I'm serving my second time in this county of Bungoma. I'm from Mount Elgon. Kumaanisha kazi ni mzuri
ground.
Asante.
Thank you, Mama from Mount Elgon.
Kina mama, hi.
Hi.
I'm Anyango Evelyn, nominated MCA on Ford Kenya ticket.
Thank you, Mama.
Karibuni.
Thank you so much.
Bwana asifiwe. Makofi ya Kristo juu. My name is Catherine Kitui, a nominated MCA on Ford Kenya ticket. Thank you.
Thank you,
Bungoma
Mama
County
Catherine.
Assembly.
Good evening all. My name is Alice Kibaba, nominated MCA on DAPK.
Thank you, Mama.
God is good and all the time. I'm from Trans Nzoia County, representing Kwanza Ward in Trans Nzoia County. My name is Sarah Nekesa Simiyu Lubano, and I'm doing my second term. Thank you.
Thank you, Mheshimiwa Sarah.
Praise God. Praise God again.
Amen.
My name is Sheila Sifuma, specially elected by the UDA party in Bungoma.
Wow. Thank you, Sheila.
Good evening,
the young
everyone.
and the beautiful. Good evening.
I'm Angeline Rugut, nominated MCA, Bungoma County.
Thank you.
Good evening all. I'm Ndasaba Dorcas Nakhumicha, nominated MCA on Ford Kenya ticket, and I'm a former volleyballer called Destroyer. Thank you.
Thank you, Mheshimiwa Catherine.
Bwana Yesu asifiwe.
Amen.
I am Honorable Jacqueline Kurgat, elected MCA, Motoshet Ward, Trans Nzoia.
Thank you, Mheshimiwa.
God is good. I'm Emily Rono, the only independent elected MCA in Trans Nzoia County.
Wow, wapi makofi ya Emily.
Mko wazima? Wazima kabisa? Naitwa Mheshimiwa Ann Anjiko from Trans Nzoia County, nominated MCA.
Thank you, Mheshimiwa.
Wamama hi. Wamama oye. This is Barbara Kisuya, nominated MCA, DAP, Kenya, Trans Nzoia, Kenya. Thank you.
Thank you, Mheshimiwa Barbara.
Bwana asifiwe. Naitwa Helen Taragon, nominated MCA, UDA party, Treasurer Women Caucus, Trans Nzoia County.
Thank you, Mheshimiwa.
Mama hi. Ababa Muko. I'm Anne Stuma, nominated MCA under for the Kenya party, Secretary Women Caucus, Trans Nzoia County Assembly. Thank you.
Wewe.
Omwami Yesu afume.
Afuma.
Omwami Yesu afume.
Afume lukale.
Majina yangu naitwa Mheshimiwa Tabitha Waruguru Masika, si Waruguru wa Laikipia, Waruguru wa Trans Nzoia. Si Mungu wa mbingu ambariki.
Amen, Mheshimiwa Tabi.
Nominated by UDA party.
Good evening, honorable ladies. I'm Honorable Margaret Mutai, representing the good people of Matumbei Ward. I'm now serving for my second time. God bless you so much.
Thank you, Mheshimiwa.
Wamama hai. Wamama hai. Asante sana. Mimi naitwa Mildred Barasa, nominated MCA. Na kabla sijawacha nataka niseme mimi for the Kenya ilinipenda sana. Kwa hii nyumba vile tumekaa hivi, mama ule nashinda mimi miaka ni Gitonyi peke yake. Lakini watu ya Ford Kenya, party leader, akaona ile miaka nimefanya kazi na yeye kwa Ford Kenya. Akasema na hii miaka yako yote, unaenda kukaa kwa assembly. Nikasema, asante. Ya pili, mimi ni women leader wa Ford Kenya, Bungoma County. Sio women leader ule alipigiwa kura huyu. Mimi ni women leader Bungoma County. Asanteni sana.
Waziri wetu Mheshimiwa Daktari Nakhumicha, Deputy Gavana wetu Mheshimiwa Jennifer, Women Rep, Mheshimiwa wote wenye wako hapa, sema hamjambo. Kwa majina yangu naitwa Mheshimiwa Margaret Sapina Wanjala, nikiwa nominated wa chama cha Ford Kenya mhula wa 3 Trans Nzoia County Assembly. Mimi ni chair leti wa caucus Ford Kenya, mimi ni vice chair. Kenya Kwanza mimi ni coordinator wa Rift Valley. Nataka kusema ni asante siku ya leo sisi kukuja hapa kutoka Trans Nzoia County. Ni kwa sababu gani? Sisi ndio tumezaa waziri Nakhumicha, ndio tumekuja hapa kama mama yao. Semeni haleluya. Si tumezaa msichana mzuri? Si anafanya kazi mzuri? Hebu mtushangilie. Asante, mbarikiwe.
Asante mheshimiwa. I want to recognize a few people here. Allow me to recognize 2 former senators, my colleagues, Petronila and Mheshimiwa Signature. Come and say your names here. That will be followed by, you know, I contested with people. Sindio? And they are all here.
Yes.
Mama mzuri lazima lete wenzake kwenye boma. Nancy Kibaba in the house, Mheshimiwa. And Swin Hayanga, please come and say hi to the crowd. Karibuni.
Karibuni sana jamani, makofi kwao is important.
Asante. Mlembe.
Mlembe mno.
Mlembe hand.
Mlembe mno.
Situongee Kiluya kidogo. Najua Mary is here, but I know she will understand what I'm saying. Humera Vananga Petronila Were, Lokorio, Senator, na nimefurahi sana kuwa hapa. Mbarikiwe.
Amina.
I won't say a speech, but I would like to thank the CS Nakhumicha for organizing this. I rarely attend these things, but I said this, I will go. So thank you very much for inviting me.
Thank you very much. My name is Naomi Masita Shionga, Mama Sikno. It's not Mama Sikni, it's Mama Sikno. Current Director, National Government, that is CDF. Thank you so much. My sister, Susan, thank you so much. You got it. God bless you all.
Thank you very much, Mama County, for giving me this opportunity. My name is Swin Hayanga. I contested with Mheshimiwa, and right now I'm working as an advisor to the Governor of Bungoma County. Thank you very much.
Karibu sana. I think Mheshimiwa Nancy was in the house, but she's stepped out. I have not seen her again. Allow me to recognize the president of Ford Kenya Women League. Pauline, are you in the house? 1 minute. She'll be followed by Reba Wabwile from the Speaker's house.
Mareba, Dangwe.
We Reba, pole mama. Haya, wacha tukuone. Reba. Mhana wa nguvu.
Wamekatizia Reba.
Asante sana. Our CS Mheshimiwa Susan Nakhumicha, Mama Zipora, all the MPs from Western Kenya and Western region, I want to salute you this evening. Hamjambo. Mnajihisi vizuri? CS, thank you for making us proud. We are so proud of you. Sitasema mambo mengi kwa sababu leo si siku yangu. Wana Ford Kenya mko warembo. Asanteni. Naitwa Mama Pauline Maureen Nasirumbi Nagila. I'm the women president of the Ford Kenya Party. Karibuni sana na Mungu awabariki. God bless you.
Then we have Reba. Thank you very much, Waziri. The women in the house, hi. Mheshimiwa Reba Wabwire is my name, former MCA Bungoma County, currently serving as the private secretary to the Speaker of the National Assembly. Salamu za Papa wa Roma. Kimine imekia Papa wa Roma. Patia ye kiss.
Wewe. Mapenzi ya baba wetu moja tu.
Thank you so much. Before I wind up and come to the MPs, I would like to recognize one very special person, and this is none other than the former First Lady, Caroline Wangamati, and also the ambassador, blood ambassador to this team. Karibu Mheshimiwa. Karibu.
Mama,
Mama Nafoyo, Mareva, Dangwe,
hapo sasa. Mama Mulai. Asante.
Our Honorable Cabinet Secretary, the very beautiful lady from Trans Nzoia County, and all protocols observed. Tumsifu Yesu Kristu.
Daima na milele.
Daima na milele.
Tumsifu Yesu Kristu.
So I'm Caroline Wesonga Wangamati, the immediate former First Lady for Bungoma County, but I stand here as a daughter of Bungoma, and I stand here as a National Blood Ambassador for Kenya, appointed by the Cabinet Secretary. And all I can tell you is, thank you so much. I'm not supposed to talk much, so today I'm limiting my words. I just want to say it's a great pleasure, your Cabinet Secretary, for inviting me here. Your office called me and reached out, and I was so honored. And you look beautiful tonight. I hope people have told you that. And if you haven't told her that, please tell her that. You look super amazing.
You look beautiful tonight, Waziri.
Yes. So today is just to say, it is always great to be amongst women. I was born of a home of 8 girls, so I know the power of women. And today I celebrate you, our Cabinet Secretary, for bringing us together. Because I can tell you when women sit together and discuss, something great always comes out of it.
Yes.
So I'm really looking forward to this. I'm looking forward to tonight, listening to what you're going to tell us and all the eminent leaders. And I'm so proud of Her Excellency, our Deputy Governor. I was telling her earlier today that I'm so happy my county has a female Deputy Governor. So Your Excellency, kudos to you. So mine is to say asante sana. I'm really happy to be home. Tomorrow is my mother's birthday, so you can imagine I'll be telling her we're celebrating women, and I'll be celebrating her 75th birthday. Thank you so much. Thank you for having me, and have a great evening, and greetings from Wangamati. Asante.
Wow. Thank you.
Graciousness.
Thank you so much, former First Lady. It is now my honor to invite...
Tuwe watulivu tafadhali, naomba. Ladies.
And now it's now my honor to invite colleague MPs from Parliament. Kindly, because of time, Mheshimiwa Mere Mase. You will be followed by Mheshimiwa Dagala, Dr. Beatrice Dagala.
We'll see a county
then,
in the house.
Winding up will be Honorable LC. I'll give them the stage. Begin.
Hey, hey. Tende. Ukulaindika. Mere Mase. Tende, kidogo. Haya. Ukulaindika. Asante. Ukulaindika.
Ukulaindika. Asante.
Thank you, DJ. Thank you, DJ. Thank you.
Thank you. God is good.
All the time.
And all the time.
God is good.
And that is His nature. Wow. Thank you. You all look so beautiful. Tell the person next to you, you look so beautiful.
You look so beautiful.
You specially created.
Specially created.
Thank you.
Hey.
Honorable CS, Susan Nakhumicha, I congratulate you. for making this day a reality, for bringing us all here. When I received the invitation from your office, I equally felt honored. And I told myself I'm attending it. So I left my Nairobi today to attend this event. So thank you so much. My name is Mary Emase Otucho. I represent the great people of Teso South in Busia County. I'm also the Vice Chair, Budget and Appropriations Committee of the National Assembly, and I am also the Deputy Treasurer of the ruling party, UDA, Deputy Treasurer in charge of strategy. So that is me. I know most of you, we've met, we've interacted, we know each other, but for those who didn't know me, it's a pleasure meeting you today. It is not my day, but I want to say, allow me, Madam CS, just to say, politicians, allow me say one thing, that this is indeed very timely. This summit should have come like yesterday. It is coming at a time when we are mourning the loss of our daughters, our mothers, through gender-based violence. It is coming at a time when diseases like HIV, AIDS are on the rise. It is coming at a time when we are losing young girls through cancer. Even children today, you are told that that child is suffering from throat cancer, you know, cervical cancer for girls. And so it is very timely that we are meeting today as leaders. And I know that as leaders, we have platforms. We are people of influence. We are the voices for the vulnerable. And there's a lot we can do to change things, to transform things, to disseminate information. And we're looking forward to listening to you, Madam CS. And we are ready to commit ourselves to the cause so that we can change our country and have a population that is healthy, that is safe, that is secure. Thank you so much. It's not my day, but I know we will interact more tomorrow and we'll be able to share more tomorrow. Thank you so much, Madam CS.
Wapi makofi ya mama wetu kutoka Busia. Tafadhali napenda kuwakumbusha tu kuwa hii event iko live kwenye Facebook page ya Governor Lusaka Press Unit. Unaweza join live, na wale wako nyumbani mnaweza kujoin live ili muweze kuwa pamoja nasi, mjue ni nini kinaendelea hapa Wanangali Sports Club on Governor Lusaka Press Unit page Facebook.
Okay, thank you very much, MC. It's now my pleasure to invite Dr. Biti Zadagala, the women rep for Vihiga. DJ.
My women rep, jamani, makofi kwake. Vihiga County.
Haya,
women rep. Sisi singana.
Huku naindika.
Mwanongidi wakeni na bao.
Huku naindika.
Mwana wanapo ya wakeni na bao.
Huku naindika.
Mwana wanapo ya wakeni na bao.
Huku naindika.
Oko kanya wakeni na bao.
Huku naindika.
Mwiwa maraba wakeni na bao.
Huku naindika.
Mwiwa wahongo wakeni na bao. Huku naindika. Mwana Lazaro wakeni na bao.
Huku naindika.
Wakeni na bao.
This is baby girl. Asante DJ. That is a baby girl from Vihiga.
My county.
Sweet 16.
Asante sana. Thank you very much, my baby girls. Warembo oye.
Oye.
Nani kama warembo?
Hakuna.
Mmeng'ara, mmetameta namna hivi. You are good girls. Our CS, our beautiful girl. Nani kama wewe?
Wapi makofi tafadhali.
Mrembo nywe. Mrembo kitio. Nani kama yeye?
Hakuna. Mali safi.
Mali safi kitio. Sasa mali safi kitio DJ wanasema uweke. Waziri, mama wetu DG, MPs, MCS, na sisi wote honorable members, and our mother, none other than Zipporah Kitonyi.
Wapi makofi ya mama tafadhali.
Our trailblazer. Clap for her, surely.
Yes, makofi.
If we could not have mamas like Mama Zipporah, we could not be where we are as women. She fought for us, and we have to fight for the others. Mama Waziri, Madam Nakhumicha, tunakuenzi, tunakupenda. Wewe ni mama, nani kama wewe? When I got this calling from your office, I was somehow busy, I was tired, I wanted to rest, but I said, penye wa mama wako, where they are gathered, and they want to discuss our three triple effects that are hindering us as women, I said I must wake up and I must come. Something was trying to derail my body, you know, the body, and I said, whether you like it or not, this body, I'll force you, I'll go to Bungoma. And here I am, and we are going to discuss major things, and even my colleague Emasi has talked about it: cancer, HIV, name them. We've had problems a few weeks ago about femicide, where we are losing our girls, we are losing our babies who go to college. I'm telling you, it is disaster. Western is leading in teenage pregnancies. I'm shocked small girls are becoming mothers. What has befallen us? Where have we gone wrong? As mothers, I know we are going to stand. As women, we are going to stand. And I know we shall conquer all these things. Led by our CS, Nakhumicha. I'll start preaching. Let me not preach. Adagala Beatrice, Dr. MP Vihiga County, Deputy Party Leader, ANC, and Coordinator, Presidential Kenya Kwanza Western Region, a lady being chosen to lead a presidential campaign in this region. You saw how I traversed these counties. Women are strong. Clap for ourselves, women. We are strong, and nothing can stop us. I know wherever we are now, we are going to go far. Receive greetings from Musalia Mudavadi, Madividi. Pokeeni salamu zake akiwa kijana yenu. Tena pokeeni salamu za rais. Mmezipokea? William Samoei Ruto. Mmepokea salamu za baba wa Roma akiwa speaker wetu. Thank you so much, and God bless us all. I now take this opportunity to welcome one of my sisters, women rep, Kakamega, Mama Elsie. A ranking member.
DJ, leta hiyo.
A ranking member. Karibu sana.
Haya, Mama Elsie. Haya.
Noma. Bana batate sunjende. Hause. Wakano kaba yenye ulira. Hause. Ira ino no tenda seberesia. Hause. Dolire mwene walulano. Hause. Basale banje sungende. Hause. Yo kuno were umanyanga. Hause.
Elsie Mohanda.
Hause.
Women of Kakamega County.
Babu ya banje sungende. Hause mwene yesi alikuvera. Hause uriako wa mwene na undoba. Hause na bobosi wasima. Hause labitu no wele uwalanga.
Asante sana. Asante. Makofi ya Kakamega County jamani. Karibu sana mheshimiwa.
Wamama hai. Wamama power. Wamama muko. Mumeng'ara baje. Leo tunakaa vizuri sana. I take this opportunity to thank this very beautiful girl from Trans Nzoia for making this happen. You have made us proud. Bringing us together, we looked for our best clothes and we came here today. And we are excited. And you have really done good arrangement. It's commendable. Your staff are commendable. They checked on us every minute. And I just want to say thank you. Sitting with you before we came here, I saw your passion. I saw your passion when you asked your staff, what about the CHV? You know CHV is a thorn in the flesh. Nani kama CHV? You know CHV, right? Yes. You know they work so hard, and I just heard her say, watapata pesa. Pesa, pesa, pesa. Can we clap for her? Listening to her also, she was very passionate about treatment. She asked about the medical camp, how it went, how many were injected. Mama, we celebrate you. Uzuri wako inakaa kama roho yako. Isn't it? Her heart is as beautiful as herself. So we just say thank you, thank you, thank you. And thank you for putting us together as women. We have come all the way from Kakamega. I couldn't miss this for anything. And I hope that this is the beginning, isn't it? Because as women here right now, I just feel for this lady, Mweni, whose heart, you know, whose head was cut. You remember? Just to think about a lady wanakukatakata into pieces. Femicide. So when you bring us here to talk such matters, we say thank you. Nani kama mama? Nani saa hii anasikia machungu? Sini mama? Nani alizaa Yesu?
Mama.
Sini mama? So can't we make it? That is naughty, isn't it? Honorable ladies in this house this evening, can you say, yes, we can?
Yes, we can.
Muko tayari kupigana kwa mambo ya gender-based violence?
Yes, we can.
Muko tayari kupigana kwa mambo ya HIV?
Yes, we can.
Muko tayari kupigana kwa mambo ya teenage pregnancy?
Yes, we can.
Hebu nione mikono, mikono, mikono. Thank you so much. Today is the day for our CS. Hatutaongea mingi. God bless you.
DJ, weka wimbo mama akishuka tafadhali. Hey, hey. Our beautiful DJ. Hey, Malisa Fichito. Malisa Fichito. Hey, sweet one. Malisa Fichito. Malisa Fichito. Malisa Fichito. Hey, sweet one. Malisa Fichito. Minji minji nyangwe. Minji minji nyangwe. Sweet one. Minji minji nyangwe. Minji minji nyangwe. Minji minji nyangwe. Sweet one. Thank you, DJ.
Okay, thank you, DJ. As I wind up, allow me to just recognize the first ladies in the house. First ladies for both MCS, and if there's any first lady for any MP, please rise up. We want to honor you and recognize you. First ladies in the house. Hi, thank you. Thank you for giving us this strength and being in the house. Karibuni sana and feel welcome in Bungoma.
Thank you, DJ.
Thank you, DJ. Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Good evening once again.
Good evening.
It is with great pleasure and deep sense of purpose that I stand before you at this esteemed Women Leadership Summit hosted by the Wanangali Club. I want to take this time to welcome all of you to Bungoma as Mama County. The theme, cultivating a community, practice to champion health and tackling disparities in empowerment and gender equality, resonates profoundly well with the core values that guide our collective mission towards our and more equitable, healthier society. In our pursuit in progress, we recognize the pivotal role that empowerment and the gender equality play in fostering a robust community. Today's discussions are not just about addressing disparities. They are about forging a path forward for future where every woman has an opportunity to thrive, where health is a right and not a privilege. As we delve on these ideas, experiences unfold, let us embrace power, the power that lies within our collective efforts. I extend my gratitude to the organizers for bringing us together, organized by our own CS, Dr. Nakhumicha. We are so grateful for this good gesture. And the conversations that will propel closer to our shared vision and community, where empowerment, gender equality, and health are not just an aspiration, but daily realities. Thank you once again, and welcome to Bungoma as we embark on this transformative journey. I want to most sincerely welcome all of you to Bungoma at this great time. It is now my singular honor to welcome Dr. Masha on stage as we embark on the program of this day. Daktari karibu. DJ, now you can give us that
DJ,
hit.
leta sasa hile
Give us that hit.
Lazima tukaribishe yeye
kwa
mali safi. Daktari.
Mali safi tito.
Yamune in the house. Yes. Dr. Masha.
Mali safi tito.
Mali safi tito.
Sweet mom. Mali safi tito.
Mali safi tito.
Mali safi tito. Sweet mom. Mali safi tito.
Dr. Masha.
Sio. Minji lakwe. Minji lakwe. Minji lakwe. Emmanuel. Minji lakwe. Sweet mom. Minji lakwe. Thank you DJ.
Wongoi kabisa. Karibu sana daktari.
Thank you very much. You know, Waziri, I don't know if you know, here, the people here are called Mulamoa, yeah? These are my in-laws, yeah? So I learned how to dance a little bit of this song. Waziri, Deputy Governor, and all guests present today, mine is very simple. Before we set the tone for today, and why Waziri has convened you here, allow me to call upon
hiyo Januari. Nikakaa hiyo mwaka ikaisha, term 1 hiyo ikaisha. Nikaona hapana, nikiendelea hivi na wenzangu kunitenga ndaacha shule. Nikaenda nikaongea na mam nyumbani. Akasema tupigie sister yangu ambaye ni huyu simu. Tukampigia akakuja nyumbani, akaongea na wazazi. Akasema sasa itabidi nitoke kwa hiyo shule niende nisome kwake. Mama akakubali, akanilelea mtoto. Sizi yangu akakuja akanichukua, tukaenda na yeye. Kumbuka venye nilientoka kwa hiyo shule, sikutoka na transfer letter. Kufika kwa sister yangu ikasumbua. Wiki ya kwanza yenye niliendea shule wakasema lazima nikuwe na transfer letter ndo niingie kwa shule. Ikakuwa ngumu. Nikavumilia, nikasema licha ya hayo mimi bado niko na kiu na masomo. Nikavumilia, sister yangu akarudi shule, akaongea na principal akakubali. Nikarudi shule. Wenye nilirudi shule hiyo ni sasa ni second term, form 2. Nikasoma. Nilisoma hiyo second term Kumbuka venye nilienda kwa sister yangu hivyo, yeye ndo ananiprovidea mimi school fees, na mtoto mwenye niliacha made nyumbani pia yeye ndo anamprovidea. Nikaendelea na masomo hiyo form 2, nikaingia form 3. Niliingia form 3 nikasema siwezi give up penye nimefika hapa, licha ya mtoto kwa nyumbani na sister yangu ananisaidia. Hata kama hali ni ngumu, anafanya biashara ndogo ndogo, ananisomesha, anatuma mahitaji ya mtoto nyumbani. Nikavumilia, nikasoma hiyo form 3. Sasa saa hizi venye mnaniona hivi niko form 4.
Thank you very much. Do you want to say something, the sister? Okay. Kwa ufupi.
Wamama hi. Hi tena.
Hi.
Naona mko smart sana. Huyu ni sister yangu. Kwa majina anaitwa Millicent Nyangasi. Huwa nafanya kazi kwa community kama youth peer educator. Na kupitia story yake tunakuja tunapata kwa community wasichana wanaumia sana. Wasichana wanapitia changamoto. Sistangu alipitia changamoto na ikabidi nivae hiyo kiatu. Sasa hivi vile tunaongea hivi ako form 4, ako na mtoto msichana ako na miaka 2. Wao wanasema kuvunjika kwa mwiko ndio mwisho ya kupika ugali, si ndio?
Bila shaka.
Sasa yeye anaendelea na masomo, tunasaidia mtoto na maisha inasonga mbele. Ukigwamia tu hapa chini, haujui mbele kuna nini. Juu ako mzazi inabidi wacha arudi shule, sio kubaki na certificate ya class 8 peke yake. Na si pia kama wamama ambao tumeona mmeng'ara hivi. Tafadhali ingieni uko mashinani, mtusaidie. Pia educators tunapata changamoto sana kwa community whereby unapata msichana hana ile pesa ya kununua hata pad. Na unapata hizo ndio changamoto ambazo wasichana wetu wanapitia. Mzazi, kuna ile inaitwa parental care. Kuna ule mzazi mwenye akiamuka tu asubuhi hivi, si anafanya biashara ya mboga. Vile alichukua gunia saa 12 akaenda kutafuta sukuma. Atakuja afike kwa boma, afanye nini? Aeke sukuma, achunge ng'ombe, jioni ameenda kwa soko. Ajui msichana yake anafanya nini. Yenye naomba wache tusafanye nini? Tusaidie wasichana wetu na wa empower. Pia si wakue kama nyinyi na wang'are wafike hapa. Asante sana.
Thank you dear.
Asante sana. Asante sana. Stacy, unataka kumalizia kitu?
Mimi naongea nikisema hivi, kama wewe uko nje na unapitia situation ambayo nimepitia, usigive up na masomo, endelea na masomo. Na itakusongesha mahali.
Thank you.
Hongera Stacy. Jamani wanawake tumwambie Igwe.
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 Unyanyapaa huko sana katika jamii sasa hivi, yani stigma. It is not easy to get pregnant and have that resilience na kurudi shuleni na kusonga mbele. Heko kwako Stacy, tuweze kuwashika watoto wetu mkono. Asante daktari.
Thank you very much Stacy and her sister. I think Stacy's sister ametufunza. Si hata tukifunga leo tumefunzwa. Kwa sababu yeye aliwalk the talk, isn't it? She did everything she can to make sure her sister does not interrupt education. And that is why we are here today. 100% transition to school. From primary to secondary. Our next speaker is Rose Chemo. Rose, where are you? Rose will share with us her journey.
Rose, kwa haraka njoo mama.
Or surviving sexual gender-based violence.
Njoo mama.
And Rose,
karibu sana kwenye jukwaa Rose.
Wamama hi.
Hi.
Wamama mko?
Tuko.
Majina yangu naitwa Rose Chemos. Majina yangu naitwa Rose Chemos. Mimi ni champion ya GBV. Mimi mwenyewe ni survivor. Na kupitia kwangu mimi mwenyewe kukuwa survivor, nikasema sitaweza kuvumilia, kujitokeza na kuelimisha wamama wenzangu. In 07 everybody anajua what's happened in Mount Elgon Kenya mzima. Wamama walibakwa, watoto wakadivailiwa. In 2017 pia iliweza kuhappen. In 2017 mi nilisava since 07 na si kuweza kuongea. In 2017 niliweza kuattend meeting Nairobi na nikasema nitakuwa mama champion ambayo nitatoka huko na kushare na wamama waweze kupona. Right now naweza kusimama na kuongea about my story, then naweza kuongea about my success. Venye naongea hivi, baada ya training niliweza kupelekwa counseling. After kupelekwa counseling nikajijua mimi ni Rose, na after kujijua mimi ni Rose nikajijua mimi ni mama mjane ambayo niliachwa. Kando na hapo nikajijua mimi ni mgonjwa akili na mimi ni mgonjwa mwili. Na baada ya mimi kujijua mimi ni mgonjwa akili na nimepona. Na kwa sababu nimepona, kwa nini nisiende kwa community na niweze kuongea na mama mwingine ambaye ni mgonjwa akili na ni mgonjwa mwili? Right now venye naongea, mimi saizi nilijitokeza na nikajiunga na wamama ambayo waliweza kubakwa 07. Na venye tulijiunga, tukajitokeza na tukaanzisha kikundi chetu ambayo inaitwa Survivors of Sexual Violence in Kenya. Na wakati tulijitokeza, in 47 counties tuko na coordinators ambayo mimi nasimamia Bungoma. Na nikaweza kuongea na wamama wenzangu na tukashare stories na tukarequest tukapata counselors. Na wakati tulipata counselors, wamama tukajitokeza tukujua kama sisi ni wagonjwa. Wengine walikuwa na HIV, wengine walikuwa na magonjwa ya sinaa. Na baada ya hapo wakajitokeza na wakaenda hospitali. Sasa hivi venye nasimama nikiongea, saizi tumejitokeza kuongelesha watoto yetu na kuongelesha wamama. Kukua survivor haimaanishi peke yake wewe ni survivor ya HIV ama wewe ni survivor of sexual violence. Wewe unaweza kukua ni survivor, maybe we mama unarepiwa kwako, na kwa sababu mila na desturi inatufinya kutosema mimi narepiwa. Unajua mama wengi tunarepiwa, but hatuwezi kusema kwa sababu mila na desturi inatufinya kutosema. So tunasafa sisi kama wamama, but kitu ambayo tumejitokeza ni wamama kuongea na kushare stories zetu. After kushare stories zetu inatusaidia sisi wamama kugrow kama wamama. Pia tukaelimishwa na madaktari. Ningependa niweze kushukuru mbele ya CS Daktari Janet Hisa aliweza kukuja na kutufunza about referral pathway. Venye alitufunza about referral pathway kwa community, kwa hiyo kikundi chetu cha survivors. Right now sisi tuko kwa community ili watoto wetu wasiweze kusafa na mambo ya HIV ama na pregnant baada ya kudivailiwa. Ningependa kusema ya kwamba venye naongea hivi nimeweza kurescue watoto ambayo wazazi wao pia wanawabaka watoto yao. Na kwa sababu ni baba ndiye amebaka mtoto ataogopa kufanya nini? Kusema. Tumeanza kuongelesha watoto kwa mashule. After kuongelesha watoto kwa mashule, tunapatia watoto waweze kuandika secret ballot, aseme mimi nafanyiwa kitu fulani, then tunasaidia huyo mtoto, tunamrefer anaenda hospitali. Akienda hospitali, sisi kama survivors tunaccompany huyo mtoto, tunaenda kupiga report. Kama tunaenda kotini, sisi kama survivors tunaccompany survivor mwenzetu kumpeleka police na kumpeleka rescue center. Ningependa kuomba ya kwamba watoto wetu wasichana pia wavulana wanafanya nini? Wanaumia. But tukipata counselors ambayo watakuwa wanatembea wakienda kwa mashule na kushare na watoto wetu stories zao, watoto wetu watapona Bungoma County. Watoto wetu wakiweza kujua mambo ya referral pathway na watoto wakiweza kusaidiwa pia mambo ya sodo, kama msichana wetu ambaye amekuwa akiongea hapa Daisy alipata company na kuweza kupata kushare na mtu story yake. Maybe ni kangumu ndio imesababisha mtoto akafanya nini? Akapata mimba. So mimi ningependa kusema ya kwamba sisi kama wamama, sisi ni survivors, na sisi survivors tuweze kusaidia watoto wetu kuwaongelesha kule mashinani na kuwafunza about referral pathway. So ningependa kusema mimi sina mambo mengi, na ningependa kusema ya wamama wenzangu ambayo mko mahali hapa, tuweze kuelemisha watoto wetu ili wasiweze kupata mimba za mapema, na watoto wetu wasiweze kuishi na HIV. Wakipata hizo referral pathway watajichunga na watajua wanafanya nini. Kwa hiyo mengi, na Mungu awabariki.
Thank you very much. Waziri, allow me to recognize my bosses who are here. We have two of them, Director Lona Sangare. We also have Professor Sylvia. These are the board of directors of the National Systemic Diseases Control Council, ile mnajua kama National AIDS Control Council. My name is Dr. Masha, as you've been told. I want to take this opportunity just to share a little bit of statistics so that we can put the context of the faces you have seen here. I know I'm standing between you and your guest of honor, so I want to be very fast, and I hope the team can follow me, just to say why we as a Ministry of Health and why Waziri is here today to speak about the triple threat. I know we were here again, Waziri, with the Deputy Governor, and we went to Mount Elgon, and when we were there, I think we asked each other, what is wrong? What are you feeling? You know, it was a feeling of despair. It was a feeling of lack of hope. As we heard stories like what we've heard of Stacy and many more, we began to ask ourselves, are we actually on the right path as a country? I remember sitting there with the Deputy Governor and telling her, I just realized actually when we were in school, pregnancy was not common. And if it was common, the girl left, she got married. Isn't it? So it became early marriage. But now, you can't count the numbers. Every time you go to the village and ask, where is so-and-so's daughter? What are you told? Alipata nani? Mimba. And that is the storyline we have been following. So ended the triple threat. The campaign Waziri is here for today is an initiative where she's bringing the entire of government. With what you're saying, we have the evidence. We have the data. The data is being presented in the health facilities. But we are telling you, we are overwhelmed. We can't deal with this issue alone. It needs all of us. It needs the government. But it also needs the society. And it also needs all sectors. So one of the next thing that we did was to draw a commitment plan. And this commitment plan, we asked ourselves, if we are to work on this particular issue, what will we follow? What indicators will show us we are succeeding? The first one, we said we shall reduce HIV incidence among adolescents and young people. Then we said we'll increase the knowledge of prevention for HIV. In addition to that, we'll also want to increase the age of sexual debut. We don't want our children to have sex early. And today you'll hear about why sex early is not just HIV. It is sexually transmitted infection and cervical cancer. I know when we were young, no one told us that the relationship between sex, infection of a disease called human papillomavirus, and cervical cancer. Muliambo hiyo kitu. Mimi sikujua. Tulikuwa tunaambiwa tu ni mimba, ugonjwa HIV, kaswende, kisonono, and the rest. We also want to see how we'll make sure Stacy and her friends get back to school. We also want to make sure that adolescent mothers are not struggling to be told, bring this certificate here, bring this transfer here, but basically they are first invited, they go back to class, and then the other things to follow. We want to make sure that we are educating our community, and we are educating our community to stop complacent. We have all been bystanders. Dr. Wafula always tells us, you know, this issue, all of us have been bystanders. Rose Wafula, where are you? She's there. That is your daughter also, the head of NASCOP. She'll come here briefly, you see her. She keeps telling us, bystanders are people who watch when things are happening. We are all leaders and we've been told we have platforms, but we imagine someone else is going to come and speak about this issue. Then we are going to look at the sexual and gender-based violence cases, and we are also going to look at the proportion of young people who are getting gainful employment. I met a young girl during COVID-19, and she was a mother of 2 children from one of the slum areas in Thika. And she said that she watched me on television that night, and what was between her and the night was 2 spoons of flour to cook for her kids. So she had decided to become a sex worker. Then she watched me giving statistics of HIV. She Googled the organization, and she came, she was told she was not allowed to enter. She sat there and refused to leave. And she told me, it is either you give me food or that is the only trade I'm left. I was doing a business. The business was about cleaning offices. The offices were closed. They didn't pay my money. I am stuck. I do not even have money to go back to the village. So she stayed there and we were able to sort her out. So it's about leaving no one behind. It's about multisectoral engagement. It's about the bold leadership that we want to have. What are we saying? We are saying we have 11.4 million adolescents. And these adolescents, they interact with a very interesting system. A system of what we call systemic factors. Factors that are beyond them. They are factors that are poverty. I can tell you for sure. How many of us here are worried about their daughters getting pregnant? How many? All of us. How many have daughters getting pregnant at the age of 14? Was it you can see in this room there's no one? How many of their daughter gets pregnant at the age of 19? Again, no one. Oh, she's there. But what you can see in this group here, we are among the selected few. So who is this girl who is getting pregnant? Why is she not equal to our children? She is not equal, and that is where you are saying, if we want to prepare that girl from childhood to adolescent, we must make sure that her physical body is taken care of, not by herself, but also us as leaders. We also must make sure that she's getting the values that she requires. You've been told here by the sister to Stacy, wazazi hawako, sindio? This parent who is not there for their child, it's not that she's a bad parent. It's because she's hustling. The girl who cleans my house tells me she wakes up at about, actually she comes from this place. She wakes up at 4, goes to the market to collect cabbages. She sells between 5 and 6, takes her kids to school and gets to my house at 8. By the time she goes home, what time is it? Sinusiku. So tired. So can we blame her for bad parenthood? No. So we are saying, let's commit to every child. It is not about thinking about the millions. It's about that one child. And I'll give you the story of these 2 children here. These children are from Bungoma. Many years ago, we were tracking orphans and vulnerable children. And when I looked for these kids here, I was told they were taken back to the village because the parents had died of AIDS. And I thought to myself, how far is Bumala? I never knew where Bumala is. I called a lady called Dorothy Onyango and I said, I want to go look for those children. When we found them, the girl at this side, she had started brewing changa. But guess what she had done? Interesting. She had taken her brother to school. So she decided, I don't go to school, I'll take my brother to school. So when we got her, we then took her to school also. I am sure their life changed. We also went back and looked for their money because their parents were civil servants. Somebody had taken their inheritance, and we looked for their money and gave them back their life. Those are just cases that motivate us today. The other girl there, orphan, she was taken back to the village, the same village, and that was the house she was living, being rained on, soldiering, and one person had taken her to school. We also rescued her, and we put in place local community observers. In fact, we call them local community monitoring agents. We said for every orphan, we want to know, are you aware of the orphan next to you? And that is something that we did. Now, what is a triple threat? HIV, their country is still the 7th highest burden in the world. Can you hear that? With 1.4 million people living with HIV. When you look at our national statistics, nothing much has changed. We are confusing progress to success. You know, progress is not success, isn't it? There are some countries, when I go to them and tell them that they have 22,000 new infections, they will be shocked. How can you have 22,000 new HIV infections? In fact, if you go further and tell them that you have had 12,558 of your women infected in a year, and you tell them that you even gave birth to 4,474 children with HIV, it is unheard of. So something is not right. And again, as we move forward, where are these infections taking place? 75% of our infections are young people. Adolescent and young people. And you can see where that curve goes until the age of 34. So what are we seeing? Deaths, 18,000 deaths. Who is dying? They are younger people, our younger men. And we are saying it is not yet over. AIDS is not over. We have the medicines, but the gains we have are fragile. Today when I met Zipporah Kitoni, she warned me and said, you know, the gains we gave you are not, they have to be protected. I don't know, we were 3 of us. She stood there and said, we did a lot, but you must protect those gains. When you look at our data, the number of people living with HIV on treatment increased, but the challenge is the resources are also few. So we must look at why can't we stop new infections and only take care of the ones that are living with HIV. When you look at pregnancies, sometimes it looks like a surprise. Waziri 2018, if you look at how many girls who had pregnancy, there were about 275,000. 2018, 427,000. They came to the facility and registered for their first antenatal clinic. And I think that is the first time maybe we would have seen this is a problem. Last year, 254,000. But what is very interesting is the children, age 10 to 14. The numbers do not just go down. You look at them, 12,000 children. My daughter was telling me last week in Kijabe, she's a doctor in Kijabe. She was telling me that how traumatized she was when they delivered a 12-year-old child. And she said she actually went home and slept and didn't go to work the following day because she was feeling so sick. This is what doctors and nurses are going through. When we went with Waziri to the maternity in one of the counties, in Meru counties, and we looked around the whole maternity, there were children. I welcome you as leaders, go and find it out. What is this? Who are these children? The progress we are making to reduce, we are making progress, but it's not sufficient with the problem we have at hand. If you look at those pictures, you can see the faces of who is your mother now. I tell you today, if you are 30 and you go to maternity, you shall have to ask for a single room in some of these counties. You'll say, "Hapa nimepata wato." Guess who comes to visit them? Their friends in uniform. So in the last labor ward we entered, there was an older woman, and I think she said she was only 29. She looked so old. But everybody else was a very young person. So something is not right. Again, when you go to education, those who have no education because education is interrupted are likely to be pregnant. The sexual gender-based violence you've had here, 20,143 cases. Children, adolescent. Our babies are also being defiled, 0 to 9, 3,403. When you go to the next thing that we usually do in the facility, what the lady has just spoken about, when there's a sexual defilement, the communities also do not know about the 72 hours. So the first thing they say, there's a case I'm dealing now with, it is a son of so-and-so. Now they begin now looking at this son, and in the meantime, what is happening? Time is running off. Last year, from the 20,143 of those cases we had of 10 to 17, the only ones who were able to give post-exposure prophylaxis were about 7,978. Unfortunately, out of those, in our records, 183 became HIV positive. And then we had 1,934 pregnancies. I know we can go throughout this data, but we want to share with you the statistics. We want to go and see what is happening in our own counties. Look at this photo. When we speak about equality, gender equality, empowerment, this is what we have in mind. A strong, isn't it? But how is she going to be strong if we've left her along the way as a pregnant child? So what is our problem? The problem is we have a big problem and our solutions are this small. We have not ensured this problem becomes a national problem. And in our mouths, in every podium we stand, we spotlight. If we did that as women, no man will walk around defiling a child. No man will walk around getting a schoolgirl. The men now who are championing this are telling us they will also get their wives to wear uniform. Because the women leaders are tough and they are saying this is not going to happen. So we allow them to fall into that deep. And then in future, we are thinking of passing the baton. We don't have them to pass the baton. So teenage pregnancy is clearly a proxy indicator that there is a risk of exposure. It also shows that something happened for a child. They were violated, isn't it? Is there a consent for a 14-year-old? So it also shows that we have a bigger challenge in the facilities. Their pregnancies are more complicated. And when they get HIV, Dr. Afula can tell you, 60% of our mothers who transmit HIV to their babies are those mothers we are speaking about. They come too late, the pregnancy is hidden with a sweater, and they come to the facility too late. Why is it important? We need to know that we are currently spending about 25 billion on HIV. And for the gender-based violence, it's about 46 billion annually that we are putting. And we know that 17% of our GDP get lost as a result of pregnancies alone. So we need to make sure that our girls are completing school for us to move forward. And that is why we are calling you and asking you to be this bridge. A bridge that ensures we don't have some of those children dropping into that sea. It is a dark sea. To come out of that, you need a sister like Stacey's sister, as an individual, to be taken up and to come and stand in this podium eventually. We want everyone to be involved, from the religious leaders. I was happy when I came to this county. We had the governor, the deputy governor leading us. And what we saw is a lot of commitment from people on the ground to address the issues. We have gone around the country. But the first question we ask ourselves, why are the children having sex? Do they like having sex? Is it because you're not discussing sex? So they say peer pressure. 4.3% of adolescents, they say they were forced to have sex against their will. 6.5% says they had sex under the influence of alcohol. Our girls are also being given alcohol and drugs. And yet, as parents in the house, those who have bars in your house, as they sip that little wine, taking the glass to the kitchen, please remember that that is also a route for them to begin a journey that they do not understand. The group of girls that were found in Mountain View in Nairobi, in a room for, I think, a week or so, those who were tested from that group, there were 14 girls that ended up being HIV positive because they were having a group sex. So what are we saying? We are saying even in the best homes, we have to remember that girls who report having sex would have wanted to delay their sexual debut. It's because something is missing. We have data that you shared with you for Bungoma, Trans Nzoia, Vihiga, Busia, and Kakamega. Collectively here, 342 girls got infected. And 21% of those who are coming to our facility are adolescents. We also have given you data for each county. Kakamega is there. We have given you data for Vihiga and Bungoma. And finally, we are also showing the progress that we are making on reducing pregnancies in that age. We see, for example, Vihiga County, there's a huge reduction as compared to Kakamega County. We also see good progress in Trans Nzoia County. And as we move to Busia, we can see the stubbornness, that the curve continues to be flat and it is not moving to the direction you want. Completion rate of schooling, a big challenge. And what we are seeing is that those children who do not complete school, they are likely to be poor, to have poor parenthood, or to be orphans. And that is why leaders must also start asking ourselves, who are these children? I want to stop there and say that this is the reason why you have been invited today as leaders, because we do believe you have the power. Waziri has the power to lead, and I must admit as her staff that we have seen that power. You know, she will call you. If you don't pick up your phone, it must be done. So we want you to call also the people you work with. If there are girls that you've asked them to attend to, or there's a community meeting you want to be organized for, please do like Waziri. She can share with you a bit of tips that she will make it happen. You can see that is why you're here today. So what we said is that, how can we put on the newspaper Bungoma County? And she's seated on the seat there. How can we put Trans Nzoia County? How can we put Kakamega County? Charity start where?
At home.
Thank you very much.
Wow.
Makofi, Daktari.
Wapi makofi ya Daktari Masha.
It's a challenge, Chisoli.
Oh.
I'm in the media. I'm privileged to work with Royal Media Services at Radio Citizen, Chemichemi Ukweli. It's a conversation we need to have, by the way. And as you said, charity begins at home. So we need to have the boots on the ground. Tuanze kusaidiana na kusaidia wale wachanga ambao wapo nyuma yetu ili tubadilishe hizi takwimu zije chini, you know, so we don't get to lead, you know, as others follow kwa mambo ya triple threat ambayo inapata kuathiri sana jamii zetu hapa Western Kenya. Chisoli,
kweli kabisa, na pia tuweze kuelimisha tu wazazi wajue kuwa ni makosa kuawacha watoto wetu pale nyumbani, japo wanatafuta ili watoto waweze kula na kusoma, lakini waweze kuangalia masilahi ya watoto wao. Na ndio maana tuko hapa leo, jioni ya leo, tuweze kuwa na haya mazungumzo hata katika manyumbani mwetu, hata katika bedrooms zetu. Wazee na vijana waheshimu watoto wetu wasichana.
So very quickly, because time has passed by, I know you're also hungry. We're trying to rush through the program. So very quickly, allow me or allow us, your amazing MCs this beautiful evening, to welcome, you know, on stage a trailblazer. You'll be seated down, but once you stand up, we are not begging. It is mandatory for you to stand up. Because as I told you earlier on, she paved the way for each and every one of us to wear those positions and the caps you have on. Without maendeleo wanawake, without Mheshimiwa Kitoni, wewe na mimi atunga alikuwa na sauti kwanza muwestern baye. Unajaribu kama nani as who? As who? So right about now, ladies and the gentlemen in the house who've turned out to support us, on board will be, or rather on stage, I will be welcoming Mheshimiwa Zipporah Kitoni, a lady who actually goja, hold it. I need to give you her accolades.
Yes.
You know, she has risen kutoka kule chini hadi juu, having the highest honor of commendation by the president, ambayo ni a chief of the burning spear, you know, the order of chief of the highest one ever. CBS to a lady. Ameongoza wanawake katika maendeleo ya wanawake, amesaidia kina mama, wasichana. Chisoli, endeleza. Nisimalize utamu.
Huyu mama ana kofia mingi sana. She's the former chairperson maendeleo ya wanawake, and former MP, a former senator, a businesswoman, and a farmer. She owns a group of hotels in the family in Trans Nzoia County. The hotel is called Zero Enterprises Limited, including Zero Resort Kitale, Grand Suites, Grand Haven, Grand Outdoor, Zero Bistro, Coffee and Honey, and also she has written a book, Sheer Grit, which is in the bookshops.
Right here, by the way, Sheer Grits by the one and only Zipporah Kitoni. Mheshimiwa jamani. A lady who has put on so many caps. She's all of us in one, by the way. So let us all be outstanding. Ladies and gentlemen.
DJ ngoja, hii tunampea wimbo yake. Tunampa wimbo yake dadangu. O mwana o mama pepe tanga, mwana o mama pepe tanga, o mwana o mama
mama pepetanga, zipora wa mama pepetanga, yatayo, yarulayo, yatayo, yarulayo, yabola mama bonje bilenje, yabola mama bonje bilenje. Zipora wa mama pepetanga, zipora wa mama pepetanga, zipora wa mama pepetanga, zipora wa mama pepetanga, yatayo, yarulayo, yatayo, yarulayo, nabola mama bonje bilenje. DJ kidogo sasa, kidogo hapo ya mama, kidogo tu ya mama. DJ tene kazi. Mama Mulai. Mama Mulai. Mama Mulai. Mama Mulai. Ama hiyo ni sawa tu. Tuna na hiyo. Na mama sisi wote jamani. Twende kazi DJ.
Haya mama.
Hapo sasa mama.
Mama Zipora ni Mluya huyu.
Kama weka kidogo. Kama weka kidogo. Makofi jamani mama kitani. Nice.
Mama, the queen who makes us all to wear our crowns. Thank you, DJ. Thank you. Thank you, DJ.
The champion, the conqueror, the queen is in the house. Karibu sana.
Mulembe.
Mulembe.
Mulembe mwezi.
Mulembe.
Mulibulamu. Kabisa. Asante. My daughter, CS, I don't have words to say, but you are truly the star of the women of Kenya now. I want to say on the onset that you have started well. I have been watching you for the last 1 year, and I've always prayed for you. I want to continue praying for you, congratulate you for what you have started to do. You are a blessing to this country. You are a blessing to the children of this country. You are a blessing to the women of Kenya. And the Bible says, do not tire when you are doing good. I was a little bit jealous when you brought this meeting to Bungoma because I come from Trans Nzoia. And knowing Trans Nzoia is your home, I have understood why you came here. And this is the right place. Looking at the statistics from Dr. Marcia, I want to say I recognize all of you who are here, the honorable members who have served with me, the new ones. Most of you are my daughters. Some of you are my grandchildren. Even some of you are my great-grandchildren. And I want to thank God for this day that I'm standing here. And I want to say something. I was to be in bed by now. But because of the passion and the love I have for women, I had to sacrifice to be with you this evening. So Madam CS, our cabinet secretary, asante sana kwa kunialika kuja mgongano huu wa kipekee wa kina mama wa Western. And I want to say, Western, you are very lucky. I have a speech here. But with the talks that they have said here, Marcia, you have said everything. But I will also want to tell you that you have to do much more than what you are doing now. You have the forum. You have Kewopa. You have the county assemblies. I have seen many women here today who are MCAs. That is their work. Just give them the agenda and let them do the work. Because our country is at crossroad right now. Why do we have early pregnancies now? Why do we have gender violence now? Why do we still have FGM? Why? Ask yourself that question. It is your work. It is your work, women. I'll give you a secret that the pioneers of women whom I emulated and I joined them and I followed them were very united. Very united. They were not sleeping. And that's why you are here. They were caucusing. They didn't have means of transport. They didn't have means of lights. They lived in hardship, but they were able to enhance their agenda. I remember women of Kenya, 5 women, going to Lodwar, leaving Nairobi. Some of them are still there, like Mama Siyo, and we pray for her. She's not well. They came from Nairobi. They slept in Kitale after 3 days at Tana and Paka. If you know where Kitale women are, Tana Peka, when it was behind. They slept in the bus, going to Lodwar with cabbages and flowers and oranges, taking to Kenyatta in 60s. They were united, and they were braveful women. And that is why they made a lot of changes. And that's why you are here tonight. That's why here you are. Many of you, MCAs, many of you now in Bunge. When I was on the 8th Parliament, we were only 8 women. 8 of us. What could you do? Even if you want to caucus as much as even you scream, nobody will hear you, because we were marginalized from the beginning. I don't know how many of you know that the first woman who sat with men and interrogated the first constitution of Kenya came from Kakamega, from Western Kenya. I don't know whether you know her. The late Mama Priscilla Abwao. When the men went to Lancaster, when they got to London, the British said, if you don't have a woman, we are not discussing anything. So they came back. They didn't come back. They had to send messages to look for a woman who is educated a bit. And they found Mama Priscilla Abwao, and she was thrashed to London to save Kenya to get independence. So clap for Mama Abwao. And she's a girl from Western. I don't know whether you know that I came to bury Mama Esther Wandeka Jonathan hapa tu Simbali. Where is her home? Naishi wapi? Hapa karibu. I remember I turned coming this way. So Mama Esther Wandeka was the first girl from Western Kenya in 60s when we got independence to start the community development. It was called Community Development Social Services. So she became the first commissioner. You don't know that. Anybody who knows, ebu simama weka mkono juu. Who knew Mama Wandeka? Anatoka hapa tu Bungoma. Asante sana. 3 of them. You see, we are lost. We have to know our history. We have to remember where we came from. I thank God because I'm still alive. I thank God because God has given women of Kenya a vision. I thank God that we have Nakhumicha here today and many others. So let us not relax. There is so much on the agenda that we still need to do. I want to say that the journey of women has been a very long one. 75, when we were in Mexico, I was there. I was a 32-year-old girl, and I was representing not even government, but there were women who represented government at that time. Margaret Kenyatta Pamela Mboya, the late, both of them, Julia Ochambo. Effie Oworo is your girl from Sikalakala hapa. Mnajua the first woman judge of the High Court. You have others. I need some water. So we have others who have done so much. So ladies, I want to tell you today that you are on a new turn of events. You need to wake up and be concerned of your country. Make it a priority to love yourself, love your country, and care for your children. Because we have no business for our children going through what we have seen. And yet we are here. We are able to take care of them. We are able to understand their problems. So I want to say that as you have reached where you are, remember that the women of Kenya did a lot of sacrifices without relenting to make things happen and to make us reach where we are now. So I want to say that Mama CS, asante sana kwa yale unatufanyia, na ukumbuke, nafikiri ningependa wamama wa Trans Nzoia msimame, sababu huyu ni wetu. Simameni Trans Nzoia.
Wamama wa Trans Nzoia, simameni jamani, simameni tena sana.
Tumekucha
mnyanyuke
kwa wingi, sababu Susan is our baby. Chen is our chair maendeleo ya wanawake.
Makofi kwake.
Na tungependa tu appointment yetu na wewe dakika moja, ili hawa wajue wewe ni wetu kweli when we finish the meeting. Na waombea. So kina mama hoye.
Hoye.
I want to say Kenya is a great country. Kenya used to be #1 in the region. But because of lack of our understanding, we are no longer #1. We have countries who have come, whom we helped. Those first women helped the region. I remember Njoki Ndung'u going to Zambia, going to Malawi, forming women groups. But right now, we have become very selfish. Let us go back to the drawing board and know where we went wrong. And let us put our minds together again to chart the course forward. Where we're going is not very easy. Where we've come from has been very difficult. But we need our unity, we need our togetherness, we need to chart and strategize our new agenda so that we are able to counterattack the things that are in the society. Our children have copied so many things from other. This I blame, this phone, the telephone, IT, the new things in the society. We have aped other people's cultures until we don't know what is our own. So can we get back to 60s where we were having cultures, we were having respect? There is no respect now in the society. So let us be mothers. And I want to end by saying the 3 things that Elsie said, that yes, we can. And yes, we can change this country as women. We are very strong indeed. And I like telling women to say that ninajipenda. Hebu tuseme
najipenda.
Sababu mimi ni mama.
Sababu mimi ni mama.
Hakuna mtu kama mama.
Hakuna mtu kama mama.
And you know the many things that you do which no other person can do. Si kweli? Yes. So you say, I know the things I can do.
I know the things I can do.
And I want to love myself because I love my country.
I want to love myself because I love my country.
So yes, we can.
Yes, we can.
Asanteni sana.
Thank you. Makofi jamani. Makofi tena sana.
The queen in the house.
Remember to buy her book, by the way. It's out. It's right here for 2,500.
You know, I'm being reminded, these girls are very naughty. I wanted to say, Susan Nakhumicha is the first woman minister from the Luhya land.
Oh, yes.
I say, I'm not saying it. I'm not saying it. She's from Rift Valley. So she's the third minister from Rift Valley.
Wapi makofi tafadhali DJ wimbo mama akishuka.
Asante sana. Can you all be upstanding? Hadi akae chini. As an honor to her, makofi. Thank you so much. Mama Zipora Kitonos. We are blessed to have you as a country. Asante sana. You can have your seats. You may have your seats. Thank you. Thank you. Asante. DJ kidogo tu. Hapo tu. Bado tunarudi. Hapo tu. Asante sana. Asante sana, inakuwa ni kwa heshima our trailblazer Mama Mheshimiwa Zipora Kitoni. Hivi sasa Chisoli, right about now,
kwa sababu ya muda,
yes,
program yetu tuko nyuma sana na mtatuia radhi, dear beautiful women. We would wish that everyone sorry.
Okay.
I'm sorry, you know my age, I'm allowed to forget.
Yes, you are.
I am 81 years old.
Wow.
And so, if I forget, you forgive me. But I want to say, women, we have gotten where we are. The UN has taken over the programs that we championed for. The 12 critical areas of concern have been adopted by governments. And that is why every year women of the world go to New York to receive the reports on implementation. One of them is gender violence, FGM, which is part of it, education, water, until 12. I think we need to look at PAC, and also leadership was the key one. But now you are everywhere, but you are not being careful. We are losing those gains very quickly. And if you are not careful, you can lose everything. Don't never be a parasite of somebody. Be yourself and stand firm and do your work properly without being carried by somebody. So therefore, nurture those gains that we have gotten and go and read them over and over. The documents are available. Gender ministry, we are lucky. We have a woman. I thought she was in the program, she would come. So all those things are there for you. But please nurture them. Even your leadership, please be careful on how you move and how you bring yourself around. I want to say you've been wonderful, Susan. I'm very proud of you.
Makofi tena. A takeaway, a take note to when you go home, don't be a parasite. Jamani, usiwe ule ambao unachimbia wengine chini.
Kabisa.
Yes. Tujengane kama wanawake.
Ni ukweli kabisa.
Very important.
Kwa hivyo kwa haraka, kwa ajili ya muda, tunaomba mutuie radhi. Hatutaweza kuwa na wale ambao walikuwa wauzungumze, waongee na sisi kwa siku ya leo. Na ningependa tu kwa heshima zaidi, tuweze kumkaribisha mama wetu mpendwa, mama ambaye tunaenzi sana katika kaunti hii yetu ya Bungoma, Deputy Governor Pastor Jennifer Mbatiani. Wapi makofi tafadhali?
Makofi jamani. Hapo sasa. Tele. Mama Bungoma County DJ Deputy Governor Mchungaji. Our Deputy Governor Bungoma County. Makofi kwake. Karibu sana, karibu sana, karibu sana. Asante. Karibu.
Thank you, DJ. Thank you, DJ.
Karibu, Deputy
Thank you
Governor.
so much. We can be seated. Our guest of honor, our own girl, CS Nakhumicha. Many things have been said, and I also want to concur with the speakers. All other guests, protocol observed. Allow me just to say that because of time. Good evening. Wamama hai. Mko aje? Mko fiti? Mko poa? Naona mnang'ara kweli, sawa? Leo ni siku yetu. I'm so glad to have you in our county, and on my own behalf and on behalf of my governor, on behalf of Bungoma County, I want once again to say karibuni sana, feel welcomed, we love you so much, you're wonderful people. Our chief guest, allow me just to do a quick introduction before I say one word, then I will invite you. We are here together with the county staff, and more so the women who works in Lusaka's government, for you just to know that our governor supports the women agenda. He made sure that he appointed women in his government. And I will not call them to come in front because of time, but I will allow them just to stand from wherever they are and wave. The first group I want to identify are the women CEC. We call them County Executive Committee members. We have two powerful ladies. There are many, but others have not come. The first one, Carol. Carol is our CEC, Trade, Energy and Industrialization. Engineer Agnes Wachie is our CEC member, Gender, Culture, Sports and Youth. Thank you so much for coming. In our midst also, we have the chief officers, and just kindly be upstanding wherever you are. Had seen, wow. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. I had also seen Dr. Mayama. You are the one. Today you look different. Thank you so much. I'm telling you. The next group, I want to recognize the governor's advisors. Just stand from wherever you are. Just wave. Yes. Gender advisor, thank you so much. Thank you. The next group is all the governor's staff led by the county, the chief of staff, Dr. Janet Manyasi. If you're working in this government, just be upstanding. Wave to our visitors. Thank you so much. In our midst also, we have the spouses of our member of parliament, MPs. So wherever you are, we recognize you. We love you. We would have given you time to say a word, but kindly just bear with us because we don't have time. But tomorrow, if time will allow, we will give you an opportunity to say something. Kindly be upstanding. Just wave. We love you so much. We know the kind of work you are doing just to assist your spouses. Last but not least, also had been introduced, but I also want just to recognize the our honorable members of County Assembly, the beautiful ladies.
just be upstanding our ladies from Bungoma. Wow, just wave, you're wonderful. Thank you so much. I also want to recognize the presence of our principals. I've seen the principal Lugulu girls. Wow, and the principal Gibuk. Wow. Thank you so much. Tomorrow we'll give you time even just to say hi. Feel welcomed. We love you. We know the kind of work you're doing in our schools. Allow me also just to welcome you, as I had said, as a host. I want to request kindly that Kakamega, women from Kakamega, just be upstanding. We just want to give you a clap. Kakamega women, you're wonderful people. Wow. Thank you, led by our Iron Lady, Elsie. Thank you so much. Busia. Yes, Busia in the house. Led by Mary Emase Mheshimiwa. Thank you so much. I also want to recognize our ladies from Figa. Yay, thank you. Who is remaining? Trans Nzoia. Wow. You should know that Waziri also belongs to us. Thank you so much. We share. Now Bungoma County. Wow. Thank you so much. I love you, great people, great women of Bungoma. Last, I'm informed we also have our principals, KMTC principals. Wow. Thank you so much. Thank you for coming. Tomorrow we'll ensure you get some time just to say hi. Our honorable guest of honor and our members, I have a speech here, but I just want to pick on a few areas. Oh yes, thank you for reminding me. I'm told the board directors are also around there in the house. Where are you? If you are a director, wherever. Wow, Sophie. Thank you. Minister of Health. You know, I've just seen the director and I remembered. Minister of Health staff, Bungoma County. Are you there? Wow, you are the host. Thank you so much. We appreciate you so much for the wonderful work that you're doing. Allow me just to say a few words, then I will welcome our chief guest. That I have maintained a positive working relationship with my governor. He's a great man. He has given me great latitude to explore my leadership skills in many areas in the county, something I really appreciate. I must also express how excited I am that this great gathering of Western women leadership is being held in our county. For sure, we don't take it for granted. And I want to thank Waziri and your team for thinking about Bungoma. You know, Bungoma has been the epicenter of negative headlines, news in all the tribal threat statistics, and you've heard what Dr. Ruth Masha has just reported. It is true that Bungoma, we are not doing well. When mention is done of high rates of SGBV or HIV infections, teenage pregnancies, automatically Bungoma County becomes the main talk. I am sure that through this meeting, we should be able to come up with some initiatives that can be implemented to change the story. And I want to report here that our governor has already instructed us and we have started rolling the ball. When you heard the stories about 54 pregnant girls in one of the schools in Bungoma, to be particular in Mount Elgon around Chesikaki, our governor called us to order and told us to get out of our offices and ensure we reach out to the community just to get to understand what is it that we are not doing right as a county. And through that initiative, through the Department of Gender, we've done several sensitization meetings. In December, the governor started a program with the youths on sports, a program which we called Sakata Boli, Ebuka Boli. And it's a program that is ongoing, and we want to use every forum just to sensitize our community, to sensitize our girls, to sensitize our boys, because we have agreed, all of us, this is a concern for all of us. It's not a one-man thing. It is for all of us, just to start a conversation that will be able to change the scenario. Allow me just to appreciate a few people here. Dr. Ruth Maasha, please continue providing great leadership at NSDCC. We shall get somewhere through whatever you are doing. We support you. Allow me, please, allow me to recognize my role model, Honorable Sipora Kitonyi. I wish time allowed me to dedicate a whole paragraph to you. We grew up looking up to you, and we are still doing so. I went through your biography, Sheer Grit, and I picked out one line where you said, and I quote, "I am a woman who puts a lot of effort in doing things for herself." And you've heard her say, you have to be proud of yourself. You should be proud to be a woman. It's not a mistake. God did not make any mistake to create you as a woman. So please just, use the power that is in us as women. I also want to recognize our own daughter. People have said, and I also want to agree with the speakers, but just our CS Nakhumicha, I'm really proud of you. I've always told you this. Health is a very big and difficult ministry to run, but we can tell that you have got a firm grip on it. Your success is the success of all women. You see, the world expects a woman under such a tough docket to fail. And I always say, if a man fails, he fails as a man. But when a woman fails, then all women are failed. So we are grateful that you have made us proud. When we see you successful, all the women of Kenya are successful. And we have just to let you know that there are so many people watching you from behind. There are so many people who admire you. But you have brought your brains, all your energy, and allow me to say, swagger to that ministry, and change is feasible. Wow. May I also allow me to acknowledge just two women from my county, and I know there are many, many others. May I also acknowledge the great women in this county, starting with our woman representative, Honorable Catherine Wambilianga, who has just spoken, who through our office has been traversing the county to support our girls. And through our office, there are so many girls who had lost hope that have gone back to school, and we really want to appreciate our own. I also want to appreciate the work that is being done by our First Lady, His Excellency Dr. Margaret Makelo, for mainstreaming the needs of girl child. Through her Skip a Lunch Foundation, she has initiatives that support mothers to have safe deliveries in hospitals, supply sanitary pads to needy girls in schools, and even the UG program for the ECD going children. I acknowledge many other women spread across the county, spread across the western region. And I want to recognize women like Dr. Julia Ajambo. I want to recognize our own Mary Emase. I want to recognize Beatrice Adagala. I want to recognize Elsie Muhanda. And many other great women whom I cannot be able to mention because of time. But kindly, all of you, you are great people. My rallying cry tonight is women must learn to appreciate, acknowledge, and support each other. This is very important. And I could see when our guest, Honorable Kitonyi, was talking, she's a bit worried that all the gains that they fought for might just go to waste. But our dear leader, our role model, we want to assure you today that we will not allow those gains to go to waste. We are there to carry on the mantle, and we want to appreciate you for being our role model and continue advising us, continue helping us so that together we can be able to go far. This is the only way we can harness our collective strength, as stated in one of the themes for plenary discussion later. The number one enemy to a woman in power or a leadership is always a fellow woman. As Western women leaders, we should all say, not for us. We are refusing. As women, we want to hold our hands. I always tell people, for us women, we have no tribe. Our tribe is women. For us women, it comes a time when we put even our parties aside and we say we are women. And we want to work together as women of Western, women of Kenya, so that we can be able to help our girls. We cannot be proud women leaders in Western Kenya when the numbers of teenage pregnancies are rising every day. We have to rise up and do something as women leaders. And we can only do that if we hold our hands together. We have to develop a thick skin and bridge it to the game of leadership. It's not easy, but we have to wear a thick skin. Cyberbullying is real. Every morning you wake up as a woman, there are all sorts of words that have been spoken against you. But what are we supposed to do? Just wear a thick skin. Be role models to your young girls. Don't hold on the button, because you will not live forever. For sure, we will exceed the sin. So let us pass on the mantle. Appreciate each other and be a sister's keeper. Incorporate men in the fight against this triple threat. There is, after all, teenage girls do not get pregnant just by themselves. There is a male figure involved. And I want to like what our governor told us. They reported a case of 54 girls pregnant. And our governor was asking, where are the men who pregnanted these 54 girls? Because as they mentioned the names of the 54 girls, they should also mention the names of men who pregnanted the girls. So that even as we do an initiative, we jointly do it to help our girls. The men, those that pregnanted our girls, they are comfortably seated in their comfort zone, while us here, we are laboring, we are crying for our girls. We want a list of shame so that we can know who are these men. And we were being told by someone that could be, it's maybe only about 3 or 4 men that has pregnanted all the 54 girls. So we want to know them, who are these men. Another thing, let us get into entrepreneurship and own property, just what Mheshimiwa Kitonya has just said, under our own names. This should not be a debatable issue in this time and age. Let us raise resources for sanitary pads for our girls in schools and do role modeling activities. Above all, we can raise resources for each other to compete for center space on the leadership decision-making tables at the county, the national, and even international levels. With those remarks, I want to take this opportunity again to welcome you to Bungoma. Enjoy yourself. This is the home of Milembe, and we say, when you are here, filanga free. Hakuna stress. Sawa sawa. So I want to appreciate our partners, Dumisha Afya, and many other partners who have assisted us at the county level. We really appreciate you. We thank you for the good work that you are doing to implement what the government is doing. Wow. Wamama hi. Hello. Now it is the time. Now it is the moment. It is what? Where we want to listen to our own daughter. As a mother, when you see your girl rising up, you feel proud. So this moment I want DJ, tafuta kitu mzuri. Tunataka kuleta mheshimiwa mos pole pole, atembee pole pole, akuje kwenye jukwaa ili aongee na sisi.
Yes.
Hey. Sasa ni live.
Yes, ni live.
Live dedicated to our own daughter mheshimiwa.
Nataka tuamshe mheshimiwa waziri acheze pole pole, si ndio?
Hapo sasa.
Wamama mko tayari? Haya, tuamuke tucheze pole pole sasa. Anaitwa Ambassador Mika Wanyinyi. Iwewe. Haya, kila mtu mikono juu, mikono juu, mikono juu, mikono juu. Yeah. Mabega, 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 mabega. Wewe ndio waziri wewe. Walibunia moje, vicheze pole pole. Walibunia moje,
wachie mheshimiwa enough space.
Waziri unia moje.
Wachie mheshimiwa space. Haya, tembea pole pole.
Kipamba sana.
Nyinyi tusonge. Haya, mheshimiwa.
Jameni, kipamba sana. Nia moje, vicheze pole pole.
Tembea pole pole.
Nia moje, vicheze pole pole. Waziri unia moje, vicheze pole pole. Ina mama munia moje, vicheze pole pole. Ina mama munia moje, vicheze pole pole. Mabega, 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 mabega. Wewe. Ura hii yibunjira mwana wa mayibura yibunjira bura yibunjira mwana wa mayibura yibunjira se nyo yibunjira mwana wa mayinyoga bura ne wa mayi nyoga zorinero mwana wa mayinyoga zorinero nyoga zorinero ewa ngai waziri nyoga zorinero omutamo gwa magare nozimewe nyoga zorinero chitabu cha magare ewa nozimewe nyoga zorinero nyoga zorinero ewa Nakhumicha nyoga zorinero omugogo kechire wale beba ke nyoga zorinero omugogo negolire enyoba lebenywange nyoga zorinero omugogo negolire enyoba lebenywenye nyoga zorinero wabiduri waziri wamwe. Asante.
Wapi makofi.
Thank you.
Our beautiful waziri, the one and only.
I tell you
that we have
the one who made this possible.
Yes,
this evening, the one and only. Tumesema ni the first ever
Luya
minister,
yes,
cabinet secretary,
yes,
hapa Western
region.
Kama mheshimiwa Zipora Kitana anasema kuwa among others kule Rift Valley,
yeah, she's the third kule Rift Valley.
But hapa nyumbani tunasema ni wetu wa kwanza.
Tunamwenzi sana.
Karibu sana.
Haya, tutulie tuweze kumsikiza mgeni wetu mheshimiwa. Ladies,
tupo hapa kwa ajili yake.
Asante sana nyinyi wote ambao ni wageni wangu. Good evening.
Good evening.
Mama Zipora Kitonyi, I think I should call you grandma for sure. You have done us proud. Oh my goodness, I'm so happy that you are here. Thank you very much for coming. Our elected women members of parliament, I have no words to express how happy I am that tonight you are here with us. Mama Elsie, asante sana. Mama Beatrice Adagala, Oriomno. Mama Mary Emase, we were with you and you told me you won't miss. Asante sana. Mama Digi, thank you very much. Thank you. My Catherine, Oriomno huigazi waken. Asante sana. Waheshimiwa wote, MCAs wetu ambao wako hapa, spouses of our members of parliament, former members of parliament. Oh my goodness, all the women leaders that I see tonight. Thank you very much for honoring our invite. And Masha, well done. This is excellent. Thank you. Ladies, as I stand before you on this beautiful night, and God has reasons, we ought to have done early, but I'm sure there's a reason why it came up to this hour. If it was during the day, you wouldn't be looking this beautiful. But now you're all beaming with beauty. As I stand before you, the words of Mother Teresa resonate with me more tonight. She said, I cannot change the world, but I can cast a stone across the water to create many ripples. Exceptional ladies, I want to take this opportunity to express my gratitude for accepting our invitation. We women have made and continue to make significant contributions in different sectors in the world, including media. You remember our very own, the late Catherine Kasavuli. We have other ladies now in the media, Julie Gishuru, Yvonne Okwara. We have so many. In political landscape,
we have a living example of Mama Zipporah Kitoni. And I want to bring you greetings from Mama Julie Ojambo. She was supposed to be here with us, but because of age, she had another meeting today and she told me, my daughter, I'm tired. I told her, you take rest. We will do it. We'll handle the rest of the meeting. We have many women who have gone ahead of us, and I don't want to repeat because Mama Kitoni spoke about all of them. Some that even myself, I didn't know about them. In entrepreneurship, in agriculture, on matters of women rights. If we didn't have women who went ahead speak about women rights, I'm sure we wouldn't be seated here tonight. So tupigie hawa mama makofi. My fellow women leaders, the idea of bringing us together is inspired by my current assignment as the Cabinet Secretary for Health. I have witnessed many stories of hope and resilience, but also some disturbing incidents of despair, and improving the policies for a healthy nation is now my driving force. Dr. Masha will tell you, the day that story ran in the newspaper, the article about Bungoma, the teenage pregnancies, I called her and told her, I come from Western. We must speak about it. We must bring leaders together and do something about it. And I hope this evening inspires all of us to do something. This Women Leadership Summit is particularly timely because it coincides with what Mama Zipporah has talked about, the upcoming 68th session of the Commission on the Status of Women that is scheduled for next month, which my colleague, CS for Gender, Aisha Jumwa, and myself, we shall be representing the country. Globally, leaders will gather to assess the advancements made in gender equality and advocate for countries to either alter their trajectory or expedite progress. I stand before you also this evening, a proud board member of the Global Alliance for Women Health under the World Economic Forum. The Alliance aims to accelerate multi-sectoral action to improve the health of women. So today we convene together to emphasize the mutually reinforcing relationship of achieving gender equality and the empowerment of all women and girls with their health and well-being. We want to acknowledge the women's full, equal, effective, and meaningful participation and decision-making in addressing health challenges is essential for achieving universal health coverage. I know many people are asking, what does the function today have to do with health? But it is everything to do with health. As I always say, women are inherently born doctors. You know, at home, when the man of the house, your husband, is coughing, it is you who runs with hot water, with lemon, isn't it? When your child is unwell, it is you who runs with the baby. And when yourself you are sick, you walk yourself to the hospital. So all women are inherently born doctors. And I want to thank His Excellency the President for giving me, a woman, an opportunity to lead this Ministry of Health. His Excellency the President, Honorable William Samoei Ruto, has underscored the significance of health as a fundamental pillar for bolstering the Kenya's economy, and always reiterates the importance of prioritizing preventive health care. I have been entrusted with this responsibility to spearhead the transformation of our healthcare policies for counties and institutional implementation, ensuring the delivery of high-quality healthcare accessible to every Kenyan in their respective locations. And my fellow women leaders, I'm sure you have seen that I have been working. Nimekuwa kazini in the retreats for cabinet that just ended, my ministry was recognized as having been the best. Members of parliament here will tell you, even the ones who were there before, to pass a single bill takes a hell lot of time. And my ministry did not just bring one to parliament, but we brought 4. And all the 4 passed. They are now laws. And now I'm at the tail end of doing regulations to implement those laws. So, fellow women leaders, over the past year, leading institutional reforms has been both fulfilling and challenging. We have appreciated the concept of health not being merely curative, but a state of complete physical, mental, and social well-being that requires a holistic approach involving fostering a community that supports and looks after each other. In the health sector across the world and Africa, the strides made to advance the health and well-being of women and girls are still off the mark. You saw the statistics presented by Dr. Mash. We are off the mark. And the sad thing is that HIV epidemic, which disproportionately affect women and girls, are yet to bear fruit, even with the efforts that we have put in. Last 2 weeks ago, I was privileged to represent Her Excellency, the First Lady, Mama Rachel Ruto, in a forum in Uganda hosted by the First Lady of Uganda, Mama Janet Museveni, on Women Optimal Health Framework. And this was organized, and its aim was to value the life of women and girls across the lifespan, among others. So you can see, fellow women leaders, it is not just our country. The world over, women are stepping forward to do something about the health of women and girls. So this evening, I want to ask of all of us, let us step forward. Do something for ourselves, for our mothers, for our aunties, for our daughters, and for all the women in the community that we live in. I will not go into statistics because Masha put it very well, and the numbers are out there. And scientists, I see Dr. Wala here. Simama Daktari, I know you'll be speaking to us tomorrow. I see, where's my lady from Cambridge? Dr. Nelly. Simama pia watu wakuone. The ministry has powerful women, by the way. I also saw Dr. Where is she? Cecilia from Kenya Biovax. This one is a tough one. She's a very tough scientist. Tell you that numbers don't lie. In 2023, the Ministry of Health attended to 53,960 sexual and gender-based violence cases, mostly perpetrated against young girls and children. And sadly, over 3,000 of these cases recorded were children aged 0 to 9. In fact, Dr. Masha didn't finish the story. We went to visit a hospital in Meru. I will never forget that day. And when we were going down around the ward, we found a young girl who had just gone into labor, a 9-year-old. And guess what? She was carrying twins. We cried. A 9-year-old was carrying twins. So, my dear ladies, the job is cut out for us. While we acknowledge notable advancement across various child health indicators, such as increased school attendance, improved learning outcomes, reduced instances of child labor, and enhanced nutrition, as challenges with many children being deprived of a fulfilling childhood experience. The prevalence of child motherhood poses a significant setback in the societal progress. In 2023, for example, our health facilities attended to 254,000, my goodness, of pregnant girls. 254,000, 250,000. I think, DG, we need to get some digital gadget to be fixed on men. Anytime they make a schoolgirl pregnant or an adolescent pregnant, it clicks and records somewhere so that we can go and track and trace them and do some justice to them. In the 5 counties represented here today, and I want to thank you, the Mulembe women, for coming in good numbers, and just to warn you that tomorrow it will be the mother of them all of us together gathering. In the 15 counties, 15% attendees at antenatal clinics were adolescents, aged 10 to 19. Our counties also reported a high proportion, 18%, cases of sexual and gender-based violence against children and adolescents. And the consequences for sexual violence and child motherhood are dire. We all know. You heard what Daisy had to say here. And together with the sister, the consequences are dire. Long-lasting psychological and physical challenges. Babies born to these young mothers also experience adverse health outcomes, leading to a strain in health and economic outcomes of the nation. Cervical cancer, ladies, linked to human papillomavirus, is a leading cause of cancer-related deaths among women. Actually, it is the leading cause of death. Cancer for women. It is cervical cancer. Sadly, the uptake of screening remains low at 17%. Ladies, why should we die of something that can be prevented? Why should we allow our young girls to die of cervical cancer, yet it can be prevented? All we need is a vaccine. And this vaccine, you are not paying for it. The Ministry of Health is providing it free of charge. And I saw my CEO here of National Cancer Institute. He must have gotten overwhelmed. He's a man, Dr. Oh, you're still here. Thank you. Asante sana. He's called Dr. Meli. He's the CEO of National Cancer Institute. He's here because we want to protect our girls. We want to give our girls HPV vaccine. That before they get sexually active, we give them the vaccine and will prevent the deaths that we are seeing, will also reduce the strain on our health. While HPV among men can cause genital warts or certain kinds of cancer, most men who get this will never show symptoms. So you see them, you cannot tell that they have HPV, the virus. It doesn't show any symptom. But when now we come into contact with them as girls, we are the ones who bear the brunt and suffer. Other diseases and health conditions that affect women more commonly include breast cancers, autoimmune disease such as rheumatoid arthritis, thyroid disorders, and all those. And a lot of urinary tract infections, which I can't remember who said, Masha. Those days it was Kaswende, Kisonono. Nowadays, we don't speak about those, but we speak about the big one now, HIV/AIDS. And it is real with the numbers that we are seeing. Actually, it's embarrassing that as a country, on the global map, Kenya is still pointed as one of those with very high numbers. But I want to believe that if we work together as women, we should be able to manage these numbers and bring them down. The health sector shoulders a significant burden in managing early and unprotected sexual activity among young people. It is imperative that we engage in open and honest dialogue with all stakeholders to question the existing norms. Mama Zipporah has said that we go back to the 60s. Mom, unfortunately, we can't. Life has changed. So we now must find mechanisms of how do we talk about this. In early 60s, I'm sure it was a taboo to speak about sex, even in a common platform like this one. But now we must speak about it because gadgets are all over. Our children have gadgets. Even when you don't buy your own child a phone, they will see from a friend. The TVs nowadays, they have YouTube. If you don't put in mechanisms, you will find your children are watching all manner of things. So women, it is upon us. The burden is on our shoulders that we must now step up and see how we assist the community. I am inviting you as women leaders to join efforts to dismantle barriers that hinder empowerment and perpetuate gender inequalities that impact on the ability of women and girls to acquire knowledge. Together, we are aiming to achieve a system that has integrated health services to meet women's health needs throughout their lives, addressing the broader determinants of health. Empowerment. And that speaks to the question that Marsha asked. Maybe most of us did not get it. That why is it amongst us seated here, our children are not getting pregnant? It is those children out there. Why? Socio-economic empowerment. A mother who is economically empowered will take care of her family well. A mother who is not empowered, it's not out of choice, but because they are busy with other things, you'll end up having trouble. So all of us here, empowerment is the cornerstone of a healthy society. It involves providing individuals with the tools and resources they need to make informed decisions about their health and well-being. And some of these decisions are so basic, even just like nutrition. Our children no longer get kwashoko. But I'm sure if you walk into the villages, utapata wale watoto bado wako na katumbo, wamejaribu kufunga shati, but vitaki hakuna, imeanguka. They still have those nutrition challenges. Therefore, ladies, this evening, I'm inviting you to join a community of practice that is committed to use our social capital to provide leadership and accountability. And what is social capital? Is what we are doing here today. So if you came, please make sure when you go back, na mjue tunarudi kesho jioni. Hakuna mtu anaenda nyumbani sai. Sisi tuko tu hapa. Tuta dance, tukule, tuchoke, tuende tulale, tupumzike, tuamkie tena hii shughuli kesho. Si ndio? Are we ready? Yes. So, make sure you make some friends. Msiketi tu kwa meza vile mlikuja MCA wa Bungoma. Grace Sundukwa, wacheni kukaa peke yenu hapo. Sasa changanyikana na MCA wa Trans Nzoia na nani wa kutoka Kakamega pale, and she's very lively. You know that one? Yes. She has been my friend for many years. Tuchanganyikane. Hawa waheshimiwa ambao wako bunge, uliza nani anaitwa nani huyu rafiki yangu Maureen. Uliza Mheshimiwa Mary Emase. How did she make it to get elected in a constituency? Yeye si women rep. Constituency. Let's mix. That is how you get social capital. By the way, unajua mimi nilisimama kura nikaanguka. Nilianguka hiyo kura. And you know my competitor, one of them is here. Mama Margaret, simama hapa. Huyu ndo tulisimama na yeye kura. Even the other one is there. By the way, ako wapi? Pauline. Good. We were all competitors in that race. And others. So mmoja akashinda, but look at what God does. So can we develop social capital? At least know somebody tonight. And tomorrow as we continue to interact, know someone who can assist you to do something. These matters that we are talking about, HIV AIDS, teenage pregnancy, SGBV, by the way, they fall in my ministry. And my ministry has money to take care of those issues. So nyinyi wote, kila mtu hakikisha amechukua namba ya Dr. Ruth Laibon Masha. CEO, stand up. Yeye ni Chief Executive Officer. Msimuone hivi. And all the money for HIV AIDS, all the money for SGBV, all the money for teenage pregnancy sits with Ruth Masha. So if you need to organize a small community thing to discuss teenage pregnancy, to discuss gender-based violence, a small meeting to discuss HIV, look for her. Daktari utapeana namba baadaye. Juni mora kuna wanaume huku kando pia na wengine ni fisi. So utapeana pole pole. So let us build our social capital. And that was my aim for tonight's meeting. That we discuss the issues that we want to discuss. HIV, gender-based violence, teenage pregnancy. But most importantly, build our social capital. You never know when you will need the person who is next to you. You don't know when you will need Senator Petronilla. Where? Uju utamuhitaji lini? But now she's here with us. Utajua ni lini utamuhitaji? And we have another powerful woman who will be speaking tomorrow, a relative of mine. She's called Dr. Catherine Nyongesa. Simama mam, watu wakuone. Have you ever heard of Texas Cancer Medical?
Yes.
You've heard?
Yes.
That is the owner of Texas.
Yes.
So she will be speaking to us tomorrow about cervical cancer and other things. We have many powerful women here who, if we connect, we can light something. We can do something. We just need to connect and know what each one of us can do. Mama Zipporah said, don't be a parasite. And by the way, it is true that it is women who bring down other women. But now that we know that that is a problem, can we now work to ensuring that men don't use it as an excuse? Because I've learned at times, the woman is not just bringing you down. They have been sent by a man. By the way, I came to realize, at times, you think that huyo amekuchukia. Kumbe ametumwa na mwanaume because mwanaume hafurahii pale penye uko na kile chenye unafanya. So you start hating on your fellow woman, yet she's not the root cause. The root cause is another man. So please, women, tonight, let us connect and see how we build a good community. So as we continue here, let's promote the role of women leaders in health. And all of you are leaders in health. Sinimezuma nyinyi ndio madaktari wa boma yenu. So you are all leaders in health. And let's advocate for gender equality and amplify the voices of girls and young women in decision making. Let us raise awareness and demand for accountability to end the triple threat of new HIV infections, missed or timed pregnancies, sexual and gender-based violence among adolescents. Let's create awareness about cancer screening and HPV vaccination for our girls to prevent cervical cancer. Let us mentor young women to overcome present challenges. Hadn't Zipporah Kitoni gone ahead of us, would not be here talking. So now we are on the stage. Let us mentor those who are behind us and amplify their voices about the issues that we are speaking about today. I call upon all stakeholders to advocate for the completion of school for girls, to empower them to fulfill their potential, break the poverty cycle, and contribute to social and economic development, and to advocate and monitor full implementation of the legal framework laws against child marriage, sexual exploitation, and gender-based violence. There's dinner ahead of us. And we have a long night. We'll allow those who would like to go and rest to rest. Wengine tubaki kidogo, to hang around kidogo. Ndio kesho tuamkie. Na kesho tumesema dress code ni glamorous kitenge. Glamorous African. Sindio? So tomorrow I want to see you all in your beautiful, glamorous African vitenges. The women of Western must speak from Bungoma tomorrow to end the issues that we have. Sinamna hiyo. So I want to wish you all the best as you enjoy your dinner as you enjoy the entertainment. And we pray to have a good night and meet tomorrow. Asanteni sana, and God bless you all for coming. Thank you.
Thank you all so much.
Let's all be upstanding.
Asante sana waziri.
Nife wandindi.
Ikiwa ndio kumalizia.
Sebelanga hulala.
Kilele cha jioni leo.
Mike tafadhali.
1 2 1 2 1 2.
Nife wandindi. Sebelanga hulala. Nife wandindi. Sebelanga hulala. Nife wandindi. Sebelanga hulala. Nife wandindi.
Ni njema. Nzuri hiyo. It's a beautiful wine. As Waziri takes pictures and we all get contacts, watu wasiende manake kuna sapa pia. We have some food for you.
DJ punguza kidogo tafadhali.
DJ. Yes, so a round of applause for Waziri jamani. Without Atunga alikuwa hapa jioni ya leo. Makofi jamani. Kina mama makofi. Najua mmechoka lakini makofi.
Omkoko silundu.
As we prepare for tomorrow.